We're live. Hello.
Welcome.
Good evening.
You all were spared the joy of the minutes of chaos that went on in this very room not 5 minutes ago. Welcome, guys, back to another night with the Couch Cooperative. We're very grateful to have you as we begin our third full-length Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition's campaign, The Princes of the Apocalypse. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. We're happy to have you here. Now,
I have a bad feeling about this campaign.
That's awesome. I'm glad to know that. You may have noticed there's some quality of life differences. Fun fact, I know I'm in a little box, and I know I'm in the top right corner of your screen. I know that. Why? Because I know things. And I know that if you look at your screen right now, you see right below you, there's pictures of our characters.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Okay? No. We like that. So,
what if we made the mouse move?
Small quality of life changes we added. Hope you guys enjoy that. We don't really have any major announcements other than...
You're supposed to have, like, your lips.
Welcome to the new campaign.
It'll make me look... Huzzah!
Huzzah! Without further ado, we can go ahead and jump right in. And we are staying within our timeline of the Forgotten Realms, as even though these are all the pre-written adventure modules, we are linking them together in one larger world and a living, breathing meta-narrative as they kind of interact with each other, which you've seen throughout our first and second full-length campaigns that you can catch on our YouTube at the Couch Cooperative. You're probably already watching this on the YouTube anyway, so you're in the right place. That being said, we jump back into the world of Toril. Back into the country of this massive world known as Faerun, specifically the Sword Coast. This is a region that has seen years of dangers, years of dark powers rising from the depths of their caverns, hoping to usurp the natural balance of the world. From the cult of the dragon trying to free their deity Tiamat, to unleash her upon the land, to lay siege and to dominate all the innocent citizens from the spine of the world further south, and to potentially spread out as far as they could. To the giants of the savage frontier who were fighting amongst themselves to regain some sense of control with the shattering of their ordinary. This adventure does not occur during those times. And in fact, we take a breath, we get a respite from the horrors that have been unleashed in this region over the past 3 full years of in-game play that we've done. And we go 2 years before our very first campaign. 2 years before a dragon would attack the small settlement of Greenest that sent forth 2 full adventures.
It's actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 of you are all faction agents, members of the great powers of Faerun, who have been assigned for specific reasons to investigate the disappearance of a dwarven delegation that was sent from the dwarvish city of Mirabar. Now, the delegation had gone south to the Somber Hills, a region of the Sword Coast known as the Desserin Valley. They arrived at Westbridge. They traveled southeast to Beliard, and then were lost. They have not been heard from in some time. And the factions, the Emerald Enclave, Order of the Gauntlet, Lord's Alliance, and the Harpers have grown concerned. For whatever reason, that they feel this delegation holds importance. They each have their own unique reasons to be weary and to be intentional. So intentional that they decided to band together agents that they've had amongst the fields of the Sword Coast, band and investigate. That is you. The four of you know that you are going to work together with other agents from the other factions. You know that you are alone as a representative for your faction, as a representative for what you seek to do well in the world. You are all heroes in your own right. You are all models of the goodness that these organizations want to do throughout the world. I've given each of you a letter. You've had time to read those letters, to know more about this delegation that's been lost. Not much more information has been made aware. But I had all of you guys roll just a minute ago, and the highest was Katray. Katray was our highest roll, rolling a 19. So we are going to begin with you.
Mom played 11.
The four of you, when you received these letters, were given not just the letter, but you were also given a pouch. That pouch contained the gold deemed necessary and reasonable to bring you to a small settlement in the Desert Valley known as Red Large. The amount of money that you've spent the amount of money that you have left over is going to be indicated by a dice roll that I'm going to need each of you guys to do here in just a second before we fully begin with you.
Let's roll.
So, but I wanted this one to be on stream.
100.
It's going to be a D100.
Let's go, baby. Damn, I'm about to walk through like 10
And
gold.
a D20.
Oh, word.
Nice,
Damn,
nice,
we're about to
nice.
get hella gold.
Real
That was
quick, what about the 5 gold pouch that starts in like your
Yeah,
bag?
a D100 is
Gone, right?
multiplied
You'll
by...
ignore that.
Nice.
Which roll?
Nice.
A 35 and an 11.
Could have rolled higher.
35 and 11. Okay, so you have 35 silver pieces and 11 gold pieces.
Nice.
Okay.
Trick.
That's I think it's 10.
Your D100 is silver,
What's the...
D20 gold.
Yeah, so what's
100.
100? Yeah, that's technically 10. Because it's 000, that's considered 100. So you have 10 silver pieces,
Fine.
and then roll a d20. That's your goal.
Thank you.
Hey.
15.
This
15
one
gold.
doesn't work, too.
Okay, 15 gold, 10
Okay,
silver.
Yes. And then Omar, what did you roll
I didn't roll. No, I'm just kidding. 71 for the D100.
for the silver pieces? Okay.
Mm-hmm. 10.
And 10 gold. Okay. And then
For the D100, I rolled a 4, so
okay, 4 silver
and then 17.
and 17
Now,
gold.
can I add that just with the gold that I already have?
No, you'll replace the gold that you already have.
Oh.
It's 10.
So I don't add it. I
No,
don't
you don't
add.
add. You just replace. Yeah. Because I know with like starting equipment, it says
Yeah.
if you have this
But
amount
just don't
of
get
gold,
that?
ignore it.
Okay.
Do you have a different pencil? This one's not writing very well.
Yeah,
Thank
there
you.
should also, in that top left cubby, right behind you, there should also be a pack of extra pencils as well.
That one should be good.
Yeah.
So, Katray, we're going to go ahead and begin with you. And you have actually a pretty decent amount in terms of like travel expenses left over. So all the money you know is, it's yours to use on the mission, so it's yours to keep. Your agent, as agents, your organizations have never demanded you to be like, I got to put this aside, so don't stress about that in the game. This is your starting money, right? So we officially jump in. Trey, you are walking along one of the many roads of the Sword Coast, hoping to head to a small town known as Red Large. Now, because you are if I am correct, you are mostly from Waterdeep? Ish?
Yes.
Okay. You're traveling up the long road. Up the long road. Approaching Waterdeep in hopes of getting to this small settlement so that you could meet with your travel companions, this party that you've been assigned to, and to begin your investigation into the disappearance of this missing delegation. Now, it is a nice morning. Peaceful. The roads are somewhat busy with travel. Sword Coast, in terms of how it's been for quite some time, hasn't been anything that would put you out of the ordinary as you're traveling. In fact, all of your travels are safe. Now, Red Larch, as its own small little town, it was named distinctively because of a stand of red larch trees that were cut down when the hamlet was found. It has been a very important stop along the long road for roughly 2 centuries, and has become just a traveling destination. Right? It is one of those many types of settlements that enjoys having adventurers and traveling merchants. It's a resting place, a stopping place, and you know that it has plenty of things for you to do. In recent years, you know that they've started to open up quarries, so they're doing a lot of like marble and different types of slab. I guess farming would be mining, right? So they're digging into the earth and pulling out raw materials that are planning on going out to probably the cities, by your best guess, to construct new, especially the marble, to construct new temples, to construct courthouses, to construct potentially even, not even palaces, but like big estates, things like that, right? Whatever your personal reservations are on that, you know that it does bring a bit of prosperity to these smaller settlements that have to now collect these resources to send them outwards. And you arrive along the long road, walking on the southern end of Red Larch. And as you walk in, it is calmly active. People walking around, walking through the various locations that you can kind of see around you. And one of the very first locations that you see as you're kind of walking through is a tannery, which is almost immediately on your left, and then a storage warehouse that seems to be kind of immediately on your right. So there seems to be active like business. And right past that tannery on your left-hand side, there is a what appears to be like a pen house for chickens, like a poultry farm. So it immediately it is vocal. There's a small store that is immediately on your right before those warehouses. A very tiny building that's immediately on the right. That's a sundry store. So you come into kind of like one of the more active areas of the town. You walk forward and you notice a lot of the people, the actual residents of Red Larch, they pause. They begin to walk around you, giving you a very cautious approach, one you're not too unfamiliar with your appearance. So for our cast members, and then also for our audience, would you like to go ahead and describe Ragnak the Chainbreaker?
So a 6'11"
God,
giant heaping.
You're 6'11".
Yes, red
RDC.
dragonborn.
Is your abbreviation RDC?
Yeah. Like RDJ. And he's got horns that curve back and long like tendrils. I think that's what you call them. Yeah.
Right.
He has a big grin on his face. He's always happy wherever he's going. When he passes the chickens, he licks his lips, thinks about eating them. He carries his chest out and his shoulders back with his hammer resting on his shoulder. He's still holding onto it, and he's just looking up with a big old grin on his face.
Or the sky.
Yeah. Well, he likes watching the people walk by too. He'll attempt to touch their head because he likes to feel.
Make an insight roll.
Make an insight roll. Good. That is a. Insight is 17.
You can tell quite easily that the people who walk around you, their expressions betray their thoughts quite easily. Fear, disgust, and confusion intermingled, seeing a dragonborn of your kind, of your ancestry, with the iconography and outfittings of the Lord's Alliance. It's confusing for people. And the personal reservations of the world at large, knowing the darker sides of your kin, is difficult to just put aside instantly. You're not unused to that, working with the Lord's Alliance. And because of where you are in the town, you actually see someone who kind of stands out a little bit, well, I say a little bit, stands out heavily amongst the general population of people that are walking around, who are walking around in different types of maybe like more destitute clothing, so ragged cloths that look like they're worn and torn from like active wear, so people working that like get tears along the arms or along the legs, some maybe from the, like personal destitution from poverty and like a strickenness of
The honey
Broke
bun, dude.
bitches.
yeah, brokenness. But this person stands out mostly because of the colors. You would know, and actually I would like you to make an insight roll at an insider investigation, your choice, with advantage. Because as a member of the Lord's Alliance, this would be something that you would know a little bit easier.
Fucking stop laughing.
This would be insight.
It's going to be insight. Okay.
Not good. It's a 10.
A 10.
Damn, bro.
So, this person is walking out of that sundry shop that's like on the right side, that's initially as you're walking into the town. So as you stop and you look up and you look around at the people, you turn and notice and see this person walk out. She is very well outfitted in different types of leathers, and the colors are familiar to you because they are Harper's colors. And so, Omar, if you would like to go ahead and describe in full.
Wait, what did you roll? You rolled a 9,
You
right?
rolled a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
I rolled an 8.
I know.
Alright.
I have my own systems. I arpeggiated it.
Okay,
Boom,
okay.
boom, boom, boom.
Alright.
Fun little stuff. But it also makes sense because of where you're leaving.
Oh.
So you've just walked out of Valivo's Sundries, which is owned by Endrith Valivo. So you're walking out of that. You just got done notifying him that you've arrived into town and that you're working an active case. So not a whole lot of information to obtain as of just yet.
Yeah.
That doesn't already match what you've been told. And he's in the midst of selling some things and is a little bit busy. So it was a good notice that he's arrived. And as you step out, you see a 6'11" red dragonborn standing amidst the middle of the roadway. And then what is it that he sees?
Is that a normal
for you?
size of a dragon?
That's a pretty tall dragon.
That's a pretty tall dragonborn, yeah.
Damn,
How much do
really?
you weigh?
350.
313.
Oh.
God damn.
Pure muscle.
Well, my character, she's 5'10", so she's like, I would say average. I feel like it's average height for a woman.
I think so too.
10.
That's yeah, pretty good size.
I don't have the back of what I can just literally look. But so she's mostly wearing like all blue.
Yeah.
She's kind of wearing, I don't want to say it's a corset, but it kind of looks like one. It's pretty tight on her curves.
Like the leather part of it that for the armor.
Don't
Yeah.
laugh. And then her pants are blue as well. And then she has more of like gray high-heeled boots
Yeah.
that have like a steel tip at the end. And then I would say the thing that really stands out the most would be, her hat. She's wearing a blue, it's like a blue hat that's folded up with a feather. And then she does have a cape on her right shoulder. But I would say another thing too, she has a sword, a short sword, on her back, but there's like a red piece of cloth that's tied to it, where like you can take where like the hilt is, almost. Like it's on the sheath, but it's like before like the hilt, I guess.
Like before the sheath ends, right?
Yeah.
Like it's on the sheath.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's also wearing like metal gauntlets too,
No.
which is kind of strange.
Now, as you step out of Valivos Sundries,
Well, can I say one more thing? I just want to forget.
yeah, absolutely.
She's wearing black spectacles too. They're not like ones that you would fold and put on. They're more of like they pinch to her nose, but you really can't see her eyes because like they're like tinted black. You can if you're at an angle, but
As you walk out amongst the roadway of Red Larch, for you being a member of the Harpers, Red Larch is one of the many settlements that began to populate the Sword Coast as Waterdeep began to grow heavy. It went from a warlord stronghold into a major city. And with that, one of the very first small outposts that would grow into such places as Red Larch was Red Larch and Tribor. And they began to carve out the pattern of these like traveling settlements that are designed to help kind of reduce long distance traveling from city to city to city. In the immediate of kind of like where Red Larch is, it is as far as you know, you are also very well aware that they've started to move into the marble business and started to open up in stone cutting. And the Summer Hills are kind of rich for that in terms of the commercial prospects that are here. You are also roughly aware of the Summer Hills being rumored as a hotbed of banditry. No one's coordinated anything to really resolve if those rumors are true, to resolve the problem, or to verify if the rumors are true.
Where was that again?
The Summer Hills. So the Summer Hills it's like in the Desert Valley. It's pretty much the bulk of it, and it is the giant hill space that inhabits this area. The Summer Hills, it would corroborate the idea that when the delegation from Mirabar traveled south from Beliard, that they got lost among the Summer Hills. And so you look around and you see people at peace. You see a red dragonborn standing in the middle of the road, and you stop. You see a woman walking out of the sundry shop, kind of matching some Harper's symbolism, and you can see the Lord's Alliance token that he has clasped onto the few bits of armor he has.
Is there like a specific area that we're supposed to meet?
No, you know that you're supposed to meet here in Red Larch, but there was never like an official like, hey, you're going to meet the rest of the people at this place at this time. They trusted you enough to go ahead and make the easy observations and to find the people that you needed to find. It's a small town. You probably aren't going to have to look far. The more you gather, the easier it'll be.
I don't want to talk to him just yet. I'm more of like, I just want to observe.
Okay.
Is there like a bench or something that's kind of close to that merchant shop that I was at?
There's not a whole lot of like benches that they have because it's not like that type
is
of.
there a
It
wall
hasn't
that I
grown
can
to
lean
that
on?
side.
I'll
Yeah,
just
you
lean on
can
a
lean.
wall.
Yeah.
You know.
Make an insight roll for me real quick, or investigation, your choice.
Oh, I'll do investigation.
Depending on
Actually
what
really attached to
he
him.
rolls for his insight or investigation, you can kind of curtail what kind of information she reads off of you
Mommy, no.
because she's observing you.
14.
A 14, and was that investigation?
Yeah.
Okay, so investigation is deducing things from observations using what she can see. It's not your emotional state, it's not your behavior patterns, it's when she gets a good look at you, what are some things that you think would be easily read?
One thing that I do too when I do look at you is you see me pull out a notebook and I look at you and I start just like scribbling in it. You don't know what I'm writing.
So not personality-wise?
Yeah, so it's not insight.
What
So
does
she's
she
not reading your
know?
body to be like, I look relaxed, I look calm. It is, you can see my muscles, and you can probably indicate, thanks to my giant maul, that I'm a...
I mean, yeah,
Right.
I'm holding a big-ass hammer with one arm that's resting on my shoulder. So I look pretty fucking
And what was
jacked.
your faction?
Lord's Alliance.
Lord's Alliance.
Okay.
But yeah, which you can tell. I'm wearing, like, gladiator things.
Gladiator.
You do know that there is a gladiator pit in the
I'm
city
blue.
of Waterdeep
I'm
that
Harper.
just recently got reopened, actually. It recently got reopened in order to provide a entertainment to the city at night.
Found you a new gig.
Bad game.
Money.
There's been some questions about the ethics of it, some turmoil amongst the different Waterdavian nobility
Wait,
as to
what
whether
is
to keep it
this?
running.
It was a
The
hammer?
gladiator pits.
Does it make money?
It's called
Wait,
a
can
It
maul.
makes a lot of
maul,
money.
okay.
Can I sign up?
Hammer, yeah.
If you want
You
to
have a
potentially
hammer?
die, sure.
Hell
Warhammer.
yeah. You should do it.
You have a...
We
I
should
will
do
cheer
it.
you
Is it
on.
almost
Great
like a
hammer.
If you guys ever go to
Yeah,
Waterdeep, you'll have to give it a check.
Let's
Is that in between? Like a
Where's
warhammer?
that first
and a-
character dead?
Will we hit Waterdeep?
there's-
Because yours looks
That's a-
huge.
probably not.
Yeah, so it's like
Probably
hammer.
not. You'll be isolated here in the
Warhammer.
Desert Valley for the
Would
majority.
you say
hammer.
would you say Reinhardt would have a maul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I had to make
Next
a consensus.
campaign, we're going to Waterdeep to fight in the gladiator pits.
Next campaign's going to be in the
Are you doing
Underdark
anything
100% of the
specific?
time.
Fuck.
Are you just standing there?
Yeah.
Or are you trying to? You're trying to pet people's heads, right?
Well, no, because I'm looking at you now. I'm going to start walking towards you.
As he's walking up, I'm gonna close my notebook quickly and then put it back, like put it away.
How much did you get drawn?
Oh, no, I didn't draw. No, I'm not drawing him.
Oh, you were writing down information.
Yeah, just like what he looks like, what faction he's from.
Big cock.
Big boy.
I'm gonna look around,
What?
and then I'm gonna crouch down to like your level.
Oh, you're up to me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, I'm still writing.
Are you my contact?
Fucking sound like a pen pal, dude.
Are you from the Harpers? It's the blue. Not a lot of people walk around with swords.
I'm just gonna. I don't even know what to say to you.
You weren't prepared for a 6'11" doofus.
No,
But that's what you got.
you fucking huddled down.
Because I'm at your level, so I'm like
Mhm.
crouching a little bit.
I need you to back up.
How many feet was that?
Yeah, how far did he back up?
how far do you back up?
I would do. I mean, I'd probably like
3
stretch my legs out.
Like long.
Backward
stuff.
lunge.
3 feet.
He's like 10 feet away.
Not like a jump, but like it's a big. Like,
It's a big step, like at least 2 feet of space
But
added.
also, I'll try and lean forward more.
Does it
so,
cause
like,
attention?
you can hear me.
This like weird
You don't need to
movement
do
of a
that.
6'11" dragon.
Are you my contact?
Oh, everyone's like, what? As they're walking around.
One. But don't just say that out loud.
Is this a secret thing? I know your Harpers are secretive.
It doesn't matter. No. Stop talking.
All right, I'll follow you.
I'm gonna sigh. I'm gonna just head to the tavern, or head to a tavern.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you'll be following me.
Yeah,
but,
you guys would have to head north up into like the center of the town, and funny enough, as you're walking forward, kind of together.
Can I be a little bit ahead of him?
Sure.
Thank you.
On the left-hand side where I said there was that poultry, kind of like where all the chickens are, you actually notice someone who is standing there,
Yo.
kind of like watching the chickens.
Yo, I swear to God, I swear to God.
No, you're close.
Alright.
It is our Emerald
If you
Enclave.
made the fucking-
I wasn't gonna put you by the chickens. I'm not that guy. I wasn't gonna do that.
You're eating feed.
I wasn't gonna do that to you, buddy. I promise. Okay, that is a fair
I
reservation.
forgot you were Eric.
It's just like you guys turn and there's just a giant Eric Ogre just like fuck.
Yeah,
fuck,
fucking
fuck.
begging at the ground.
I was not gonna do that to you. I'm so sorry. But
big
you see,
chicken.
you notice that there is a.
I think he's laughing because you went, that's a big chicken.
Look at that big. Anyways, you see a gnome wearing a bucket hat.
Hey, baby.
Hanging out, and that's what catches your attention. This is not a clothing style that is very common amongst the Sword Coast. In fact, it's a lot of these like very fluffy, kind of like bardic style hats and these cone shaped bicorns hats, very much like yours. This style of hat is very unfamiliar in terms of kind of apparel.
Yeah,
and
you guys see this little gnome, bro? He looks like
go ahead.
he
Describe
looks like Minnie Macklemore that stepped out of the fancy thrift shop, bro. He got a big old long coat. It dripped down to the floor.
You sure it's a long coat?
Oh yeah, it's a long ass coat.
Don't you trip
long
over
for him.
Don't you trip over it?
It was a kid's coat, but it fits well. All right. And
He found it in the Toddlers R Us section.
It's got a lot of
and
pockets.
went, damn, this is kind of big.
Hey, it's got a lot of pockets. And he's got pants with a lot of pockets, and he's got a shirt that's a normal shirt, and then he's got gloves. And the gloves they only pad his palms and his outer palms, but his like the top 2/3 of all of his fingers and his thumb are all exposed, so that he can still use the pads.
No.
And he's got his bucket hat, and he's got a belt buckle with a wolf head on it on his pants.
And he's throwing chicken feed into the chicken coops, feeding the chickens, and the chickens love it. They're like all up on that, and he's just kind of like throwing it in there.
There you go, Sally, Tommy, Sweet Mary Joe. You guys are so cute.
Jesus.
Do I see any type of like insignia on him?
Make a perception check for me, please. I will give you advantage because you're specifically looking for that.
Okay.
So that means you're doing it quick. You're ignoring things that are obviously not it.
Thank you. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. I would say you would be able to find something rather quickly amongst his stuff, whether it's maybe amongst his pack.
I'll tell you this: his
or-
his coat, the coat that he's wearing, it's kind of like a faded collage of different shades of greens, but then in the back of it, in like a darker gray. Can there be the insignia for the Emerald Enclave?
Yeah, among the entire cloak.
Yeah,
like
Kind of like a biker's
Like
coat.
on the back?
You didn't even have to look that hard. It was
Yeah.
right on the
Like,
it's right on the cloak. You
that'll-
turn and
that'll
look at him and go,
Imagine you
Emerald
can't look
Enclave.
right.
It's on your back?
Ragnar,
Okay.
you see a very little person feeding chickens, and this Harper agent stops and kind of catches the attention. You see it, but I will let you guys play it out.
You still hear me talk? I'm naming all of them right now. Joey,
Dragon,
Jimmy.
Did you see that man?
No, give me one sec, guys. Do I hear that?
Make a perception roll.
All right.
Why don't you go ask
Oh man,
What man?
the little boy?
7.
7.
Oh.
I would say you can't hear over the sound
ask
of
if the
chickens
child
and
is-
everything else going on.
Gosh
He's a little
darn it.
child. Ask him if he's lost.
I'm gonna walk up. Walk up to him.
You walk up to him. You feel that easily. I'd say your passive perception would catch that there's a 6'11" red dragonborn behind you.
You see me? I turn around slowly. I'm kind of like.
I'm gonna leave.
Sweet baby, Jesus,
And
mother
he,
of my
and he
Lord.
looks up.
What in the hell are you? Oh, I know who you are. Yeah, they told me about you.
Hey, buddy.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Pippin.
And I'm Ragnarok. I'm gonna put my finger down to handshake.
Cool deal. I fist bump it.
hell?
He fist bumps the knuckle.
Nice. You're welcome.
I like your hat.
It's mine. You're not gonna get it. Not at all.
I feel left out.
You
You're a
should.
contact? How old are you?
I'm old enough. How old are you?
I am
I don't care. I don't
23.
care. Hey, I noticed him, right?
Her.
Yes,
Her.
He
I say
is
him
her.
referring to Omar. And
Right.
I noticed your character. Are you with him? Why are you just watching us right now?
Yes.
Oh,
Can I
okay.
attempt to eat one of the
So you guys got a funny way of saying
The
hi
seeds?
to a fella.
Yeah, you can
one of
pick
the
it up.
bird feed.
Yeah, you can pick up one of the seeds and eat it, and it's kind of like a
Hey,
dried
no,
corn
well,
kernel. It's not
can
going
I-
to be fun for you to eat.
Don't do that.
He's not the brightest.
That's not for you. That's for the chickens.
Why don't they?
Don't.
Why do they eat this?
It's yummy for them.
Why?
What do you eat?
Chicken.
You know, you and I didn't have problems, but you and I can have problems if we need to have problems now.
Hey, I don't know why you got so much beef. with
Don't
me.
touch Joey.
I just want to know if it's okay for you to be.
You can-
Are
you
your
can-
parents okay with this?
Do you have a beard?
No, I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, he doesn't have a beard. He's pretty clean cut.
Precocious puberty. This dude's just like,
He's no, man.
I'm 10.
I'm small. I'm not young. I don't know why you think I'm young.
Well,
I mean,
I'm
you,
pretty small.
if anything, you look like you could be the young one.
I'm 23. That's pretty young for my race.
That is pretty young. That's pretty young.
Are you my age?
No, I'm not your age.
You're older.
I'm older, yes.
No way.
Oh my god.
You are not older.
Is this, do you know him?
30.
No.
32.
All right.
34.
No, you had it right the second time.
32?
32.
Wow. Wow.
It's like our age reversed. That way you'll remember.
That's crazy.
That is true.
Make
huh?
an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Can I confuse him, bro? Did he
No,
shut
yeah,
up?
I got a 3.
A 3. In about 1 minute, you are going to finally piece it that 23 and 32 are the same number opposite, and it is going to stun you. Delayed response. Okay.
You just got educated.
Delayed response.
Oh, hold
Continue.
on.
Are you part of the Emerald Enclave?
I am indeed part of the Emerald Enclave.
That was out of character.
Well, yeah, but I just like talking like this. Oh shit! I had a pop up on this damn here laptop. Anyways, I was in the process of heading to that there fine establishment up the road. However, I got distracted by Petunia, Joey, Carl, and Jim Bob down there. However, I think they are aptly fed. So if we would like to,
Oh my god.
can you not scare me like
You're
that?
32. I'm 23.
Yes, that's what I said.
So if you flip the number.
It's the same.
Oh my god.
Yes, there we go. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take that thought and remember that you did
It's
that.
like astrology signs.
And know that I'm proud
We
of
were
you.
meant to be.
No, okay. We were meant to be here together, but that's because our superiors told us that, not because of anything related to the cosmos. Weird dragon.
I like you, Pippin.
I like you too. You're a little slow, fella. He doesn't get that, right?
I'm pretty
He
fast.
doesn't- I believe you. So, and then I'm gonna climb on top of him, and I want to sit on his shoulders.
Do you let him climb on top?
Hey!
No, trust me.
Hey!
Trust me.
Just ask next time.
Can I climb on top of the rest of you?
Didn't you guys
Yes.
have this conversation in our one shot?
Yeah, but
where
that wasn't-
Katray went, just ask next time. I'm pretty sure Katray said
Yeah,
this.
but that's not this time, bro.
That was this stuff.
that was a
Okay,
different
so Pippin climbs up, and like a dad walking his kid through Disneyland, you have this little gnome draped around behind your neck, and you are walking north.
Wait! I never asked you. What's your name?
While he's on his shoulders, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
what is your name?
I slap him on the forehead. I
Oh
go,
my gosh.
you never asked the lady her name?
I wasn't thinking of it.
Nah, you don't think of much, do you, huh, fella?
You didn't ask my name.
What is your name?
You didn't ask my name.
Well, I told you my name, and you didn't do the damn courtesy to tell me your name.
You were feeding chickens.
Because they had names.
It's true.
While they're bickering, I'm just gonna walk away. I'm walking to the
Alright, we
tavern.
follow to the tavern. But
Hey.
while we're walking, I kind of want to, like, just... You didn't tell us your name.
Yeah.
I just shrug it off.
As you guys are walking up, you notice in the center of this, where the Keldell path meets the long road, so it's the intersection of the town. It's the center of it. There is a very noticeable crowd that is kind of gathered around one individual. Now, this individual, I'm going to let him describe for himself, but he stands out quite evidently because it's a
Birdman.
giant Aarakocra. So, Gabe, if you would like to go ahead and describe your Aarakocra for us, then I can describe what this crowd is doing.
You see a relatively average-sized, for a humanoid, Aarakocra. He's about 5'3". He's fairly lean.
Show kings.
I mean, he's not lean. He's muscly, but he's not.
It's hard to see under that heavy armor you got on.
He's got a massive plates of heavy armor with gold trimming. He's got a crowish head with black feathers on his wings, and he is carrying a morning star.
What is that?
Oh wait, no, that's just in this. He doesn't actually have a morning star. He has a fucking warhammer right now, but he's gonna have a morning star. He has a warhammer. This is a morning star
That's a flail.
or a flail. Sorry.
We'll get there.
Yeah, but right now he has a.
And you have that at your side, or you could have it across your back. Your choice in terms of where the weapon is.
I have it sheathed, like strapped over my back right
Strapped
now.
over your back and alongside your shield, because you're in the middle of a town square. There's no need to be out and about and whatever.
And can I do something really quick?
What specifically? Because there's a crowd that's yelling at you right now, and we'll get into that in a minute.
I want to go. And then I want to kind of how like a bird like moves its head quickly and kind of like strict, like not like there's like a lot of and I kind of just want to beat my head around to kind of look around to see if anyone that I should be looking for I can see.
Make that perception roll at disadvantage because you are getting yelled at by a crowd of very grumpy citizens.
But you guys hear a caw.
Yes, you can hear this loud.
18 plus perception.
At disadvantage?
Yeah, I rolled an 18 and then a 19.
This guy, alright.
Big bird.
I'm a bird.
That's all you get tonight.
I got a 24.
24, okay.
Wow.
So, the citizens, they're not unhappy with you. They're unhappy with you as an agent of the Order of the Gauntlet. They're unhappy with the state of the world. They're unhappy with things you are being vented to. And the gripes are being thrown at you as if they are unhappy with you. And these citizens, one of the older men that's kind of around you, you have probably about 15 people that are around you that are just like, what have the Order of Gauntlet's been doing, huh? You sit here and like, oh, well, we erected this all-faith shrine. We want to respect other people's religious faith. But, what, are we going to get more food? Is there going to be more money sent down these ways? What are you doing about the poor? The older guy that speaks up specifically is like, hey, look at you. You're a servant of that broken, crying God. And yet there are people suffering, and what are you doing for it? And he makes it very apparent. I spit in your direction and what you stand for.
Can I kind of get down on my knees and kind of lean my head down and almost acceptance of everything that they're experiencing and how they feel like it needs to be direct, kind of enduring their pain, but allowing their insults to come, but accepting them rather than taking them as offensively, but almost
right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And so you get down, and you guys see this, and you get down, and you posture yourself humbly to respond, not react, to bear their sufferings, to bear their burdens, to receive them. You feel content with the decision you made. You're at peace with what you've done. The hubris that these people have in this moment, that their rage and their anger is driving, they view it as an insult. And you know it's not that. And you know it shouldn't be taken as that. And you guys, even seeing this, can see an armored cleric who looks to be trying to minister to the people of this town and is being just absolutely treated horribly.
So we can hear these people saying all these.
Yeah. So as you guys are walking up, and you take that brief moment, and that's when you do that caw, and you look around while you're on your knees to look for people to look for, and that's when you see these three, right? And what draws your attention quickly to explain why you rolled so well and at disadvantage is that there's a 6'11" red dragonborn who has a gnome riding on his shoulders, and at that point, the guys that are kind of around you are like, oh, look, he gets on his knees and doesn't even care. There's no solutions. And I need you to go to make a dexterity saving throw, and you have disadvantage I'm going to give you because you're kneeling.
15.
15. What is your armor class?
An 18.
An 18.
With the shield.
Right.
So if I don't have the
right
shield
now
equipped, it would be a 16.
It's a 16.
Yeah.
So someone attempts to throw their drink at you in terms of actually splashing it across you, and while you don't You don't make any like sudden movements to dodge out of the way. You are able to posture yourself in a little bit more low. Like you just kind of like drop yourself lower, and it splashes over. And you all see that someone is very evidently trying to splash their drink all over him.
What an asshole.
And they start throwing things at his feet, garbage, trash, a few others. And it's just like this. And they're like, "Oh, bugger off! I hope your crying god continues to cry a river for days." Like insults, utter insults.
This is like so the crowd isn't dying out.
They are. They disperse after that because he's not reacting. He's responding.
Yeah.
He's responding well. And it looks honestly it is quite admirable to watch. But you guys are able to kind of walk up in that.
Yeah.
So you walk up and see you postured yourself. You have your book of prayers kind of clasped at your side, and what do you do?
We recognize him too, right? Well, I recognize your clothing.
Are you still?
That's a good
Are you
question.
still
Can I
kneeling?
check it real quick. Does it?
Or are you standing up?
That's a great question.
Let's say I would have subtle insignias that if you paid close attention, you could see them on my shoulder pads. But other than that, nowhere else.
So I'll say they'll be very easy to see once you've gotten up to him. If you're going to walk up and like,
Did I even say about
Big
my
guy,
outfit?
take us closer to him.
Well, I mean, I'm right next
We
to
gotta
him.
go talk.
Doesn't matter,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, we
we'll
got. Wait, we walked right
Oh,
up
you're right.
because I'm still on top of him.
Yeah. So you guys walk
So
up.
I
you still
definitely
kneeling?
see it.
I as the crowd leaves, I kind of stand up and like
Oh,
clean
okay.
myself off a little bit.
Yeah, I want to grab it like a cloth.
Dude, he walked up to you, so now we're there.
So am I.
Nice.
I'm blankly staring at you.
I take it you're our last one.
Hello there. I've never met you all.
This is all of our first times, but it's a pleasure to meet you too. I'm Pippin. This here is
Are you the contact?
Yes, he's the contact. God damn it! How many times?
I have to check.
This is gonna be a
No one
really
asked.
long trip with you. This is how
This is
it goes
Pippin.
on.
I'm Ragnarok,
I already told
Are
him
you
I was
yelling like
Pippin.
that too?
and this is Blue Girl.
Blue Girl. You know what? It's hard for me to remember names, so I might call you Blue Girl for a couple times, and then I'll remember your name.
No.
Is your name truly Blue Girl?
No, it's not. It's. Just kidding. It's
Fireball.
no, Nihilus. Nihilus.
Nihilus. I'll remember Nihilus.
And
I am Oslek,
Ostek. Well, I'll be damned.
worshipper of Ilmater.
Yeah, we could tell.
I'm glad you know of her. Him. That's what I
it
meant.
seems you had quite a crowd.
He said her.
Is it? Wait, is it a male god?
Yeah, it is a
Or
no
male
Yeah.
god?
Yeah.
God.
If you guys want to, you guys can make a religion roll. I'll let you.
I know all
No,
about
no,
it.
no.
I
That's
don't know
my boy.
anything. I don't even try and think about it. So I'm here.
Now, we know you like Bahamut and whatever.
No, he does. That's not him.
No?
He's a red dragonborn.
Well, I do like Bahamut.
Yeah, he
Just
does.
'cause
He
I
does
like
like
dragons.
He's a
I think dragons
he's a
are
good
cool.
red dragon.
We all like dragons.
But I like dragons like how kids like dinosaurs.
You can't like Tiamat.
Big me, big me.
That's fair.
You cannot.
Do you
like,
roar too? Do you have like a little thing like roar?
I breathe fire whenever they pass.
Yeah.
They
I forgot you can do that.
Yeah, the four of you guys are standing out in the middle of the town.
they know not of what they are doing. It is not their fault.
It's rude. It definitely is their fault. Spit came from his mouth.
Yeah.
You actually see the loogie on the ground. Like you're like it's right there.
Oh, gross. I mean, you're both right, really. This is how it is. You know, it's the
Well, I
world,
mean, there's anger, but you have to control it. People.
We all
but I can't tell. Are you
Am I
smart
what?
or are you? You know what? Never mind. Never mind.
I'm not smart, I'm Ragnarok.
I know you're right.
they feel taken advantage of by their government and those in power. I happen to be
Small towns don't have like an institutionalized government. Towns are gonna have gripes with bigger settlements. that are able to impose things upon them. Because what are they going to do? Fight a standing army?
Yeah. They are upset because of my position. It is only right that I listen to their complaints.
Right, well, you'll have to send that along to your people because we got bigger problems. You guys all got letters, right?
Yep.
Yes, the answer is yes. You did. You did. You did get a letter. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from.
My point with that being
Fireball.
Yeah.
is we have our mission objective. So I say let's get to that tavern. We'll sit down. We'll make a plan. We'll discuss. And we can send our observations here along to where we need to send.
I'd prefer if we got a little bit of getting to know each other before we
At the
get
tavern.
into
We
the...
can do that in the tavern.
Over beers, and then I sprint towards the tavern.
There's actually two taverns that are just north of you. They're literally right
Which one
across
do you pick?
this,
The
the
bigger
street.
one.
They're right across the street from each other. So
The bigger one.
the one on the left is the swinging sword. So you see the actual
I like it.
little hanging panel of it that's swinging up amongst the right above the doorway. Has a sword that looks like it's got a little dashes as if someone's swinging
That's so
it.
cute,
Right.
bro. That's probably the real one
And
back in the day.
it is actually right next to a shrine, so it's just past the shrine, but it is a 3-story stone structure that is crowned by a steep slate roof that bristles with many chimneys. It has a 10-foot long carved wooden scimitar that is emblazoned with the inn's name in red paint on both sides. It also has an inn yard with stables and outbuildings that are just behind it. Right across the road from that is the Helm at Hyson, which is Hysun, sorry. Which is like high noon, the Helm at high noon, high sun.
noon.
It's a ramshackle 2-story tavern. The rusty metal grills covered small dirty windows. The tavern's name is very clearly printed in large symbol letters on both sides of a jutting wooden sign. And atop the sign is a rusting oversized adornment, which is a warrior's bucket helmet with 2 eye slits.
Wow.
You can tell that the demographics do vary quite observationally. You have the Fancy Inn. You have the Rough and Tumble Inn.
Wait, but where is that on the map?
So it's going to be number 2
Which
and
one are we
3.
picking?
That's what I
The
thought.
fancy
2 is
one?
the nicer one?
2 is the nicer one. 3
Fancy
is the
The fancy one's a sword, right?
the fancy one's the swinging sword.
Yeah.
With the bucket at, right?
No, that's
that's
the
the-
scimitar one. The
that's the
big
other
one. The fancy one's the big one.
Mm.
The Rough and Tumble
Fancy
one's the one
one,
across the street.
unless you
or
want to
across
do the rough
road.
and tumble. You pick, bro. You pick.
I don't pick.
You're in the lead.
I don't pick.
You ran first.
No, because I run up and then
But
if
you
I
ran-
see
he
2
ran-
taverns,
You do. You run up and you see 2 taverns.
Oh,
and
I'm
you
on your
hold-
head. I'm
you
on your
hold
head.
Pippin and you're like,
Pippin, which one, Pippin?
Ah, shoot, man.
Pick.
I don't know. All right. The,
Pick.
swing, the
His
swinging
legs.
sword. The swinging sword. It reminds me of home.
I run towards the swinging sword.
Is it the poor one?
that's the fancy one.
Oh.
So as you rush in and you guys are very close behind them, the swinging sword is welcoming. And it's
Nice.
luxurious by the area is kind of like rustic, more like outdoorsy standards. You can see that the inn has become very popular with as like a stopover point for different wayfarers. So you see people that look to be travelers,
Okay.
merchants, people that are definitely using this as a stopping point. You know that because it's 3 floors, that the dormitories are going to be further up. But the bottom floor, it's got a dance floor where there's live minstrels playing. There are isolated little, they're not booths, but they're isolated little sections in which they have a table and people are gambling at those tables, right? But they have walls in between them so that they can't
yeah.
bother each other's games.
What time of day was it? I didn't even ask that.
It's kind of in the middle of the morning, so probably around your 9 to 10.
That's what I was
range.
thinking. Okay.
There's actually a few bartenders that are attending. It's a very long curved bar.
Ooh.
There's a kitchen, and you can smell the food coming from it. It smells delightful. There's several it's a mixture of long tables that are benches, as well as these big communal circular tables. The people that eat here don't mind eating with strangers. They're all traveling, and you can see people are like, "Oh, where are you headed? Oh, you're going to Baldur's Gate. I wish you the best of luck. Oh, you're going up to Neverwinter, dude. Nice, right?" So you hear a lot of people talking, and yeah, you burst in, and the band is playing. They are quite jovial. Let me see if I can get some tap music up here.
They stop like. Yeah, like that.
But what would you guys want to do, kind of like right off the bat?
Go straight to the bar.
Hell yeah. Pick the
Straight to the
tiefling.
bar?
Find the tiefling bartender.
There's no tiefling bartender.
Is there a tiefling bartender?
Sure, there is.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, so she's currently pouring a drink.
What?
That's where
Yeah.
we sit. That's
So
where
there's
we
a
sit.
tiefling who is a pink-skinned tiefling with horns that kind of jut almost kind of like straight up with a little bit of an arc that goes back, and like silvery hair
I
that's
get
kind
off
that
of
goes
his
down
his
just
shoulders.
to the collarbone.
I get off your
I'll
shoulders.
lower it.
Hell yeah, he lowers me off of his shoulders.
Huh?
He lowers me off of his shoulders into a seat.
Into a seat. There's an open seat next to a half-orc
Nice.
who's like eating food like pretty messily, and the tiefling kind of looks up and goes, "Welcome. What can I get for you?"
Beer. 4.
4 ales.
No.
And sees as more people are going, okay, not 4.
Not 4.
Give me your finest drink.
Okay.
I don't want
Gert,
fucking
can
beer.
can you not choke on the bread? We don't just, I would rather not you die, please, thank you, awesome. I apologize, you said 3 ales?
3 beers.
3 ales, and for you, Mom.
That's so cool. Something sweet. Sweet.
We have an elvish wine that has just come in from Waterdeep, City of Splendor, can't go wrong.
I'll take that.
Amazing, gotta get your drinks, I'll be right back. Kind of backs up, and you can see the half-orc looks over at you as you're like, they let people your age in.
Hey there, mister. I am more than of age here. Alright, I've actually got a
He
beer.
like spits a glob on the
the
ground
way.
of like just, it's like where the bone, he grabbed the bone off, it's like, I can't eat that, spit it on the floor.
Can I just stare at his plate?
Yeah, you stare at his plate. He looks up
Am I,
to
is
you.
it, does it go his character and then me and then
No,
Orc?
you, and then he's behind you. He's behind you. And so he looks up at you and is like, did you adopt?
What'd you order?
Turkey leg.
It's like chicken.
Yeah.
What's better?
And then he downs that with a big old flagon of ale.
I impatiently wait for her to get back.
Okay, and she comes back with 3 flagons of ale and goes, just a moment. I'm gonna-
Turkey leg.
I will get that right out for you.
Please.
And she turns around, and as she's walking, there's a person who's in the midst of like haggling with one of the other bartenders, and she looks over, and this guy definitely looks kind of like your cheapskate, like trying to con people. And as they're haggling, she sees it, grabs a small blade, and stabs it into the into the table that's like next to his hand, and goes, "If you even try any of your tricks tonight, your tendons getting torn up. Am I understood?"
Oh my god.
Awesome, great. I got wines to grab, turkey legs to get. I'm not dealing with this tonight. I got a home to get to. And then she kind of backs off, grabs some stuff, comes back, gives
Can
you
I
wine.
snap at her and like wave over?
Yeah, and she comes over and hands you the.
Do you have a seat that can boost them up? Like a
Well, I
like
can
a
see.
baby
I can
chair.
see mighty fine. Thank you very much. I can see over the table, right?
Yeah, you can see over there.
I can see. It's just like this part of my face, though, right?
So many.
Kinda here.
Right. All right,
Do you
right
have
here.
like a?
I can see
a
mighty
high
fine.
chair?
Not really. It's not really like a family establishment in terms of the bar. And she's like, I'm not really sure. We don't really bring kids to the bar, so.
I've run into this problem before, and that's why I say I can see fine.
Then
I
why
got,
don't you have him?
I've been trying to ask for gnomish accommodations for some time, but there's only so much you can ask
hey,
before.
you know,
Gert, I said don't choke on the bread. Sorry, give me a second. She walks over, and you can see there's a Goliath. There's
my character's already half a beer deep, bro. They care about the tiefling.
the band is
Or
playing, like the
halflings.
halflings are playing. It's like
They don't care about
just like having a good time.
I start chugging as soon as I get.
I'll be taking just like little like.
Nice sip. Yeah, you
Oh
see
my
the
God.
half orc that's kind of next to you guys is like. So did you both adopt, or? Oh my goodness!
Oh.
We don't see a lot of your kind here. Makes me feel a little bit at ease.
I'm glad that. I'm glad that I can't even do my. I don't feel like I can do my fucking voice after.
It's okay. I
you
can't.
that.
Either, I can't either today, so it's okay.
I'm glad I could ease your mind.
He's like drinking while you're talking. He's like,
Is he sitting at the table with us?
No, you guys are at the
bar.
bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
So you guys are all standing behind him. There's open seating.
Yeah.
The bar is pretty packed. There's open seating behind on some of the tables, but you'll be sitting with some strangers. He said, "Yeah, we don't get a lot of people that are all walking around. We don't get a lot of Goliaths, so that seeing him makes me a little feel a little nicer,
Oh my God.
Half-orcs occasionally get seen. We're like the black sheep, and it's like, oh hey, there's a half-orc, but like when I got you in here, it's like, oh hey,
Birdman.
it's nice.
Can I wave over the tiefling?
Yeah. What's up?
Is she in charge of like seating too, or like if I were to want a private table, would she be the right person to speak to?
We don't really have private tables. There's a lot of open tables.
Can we like borrow the storage room for a private meeting?
This is an inn too, right?
Yeah. But they
You
have.
could rent a room.
Well, it's not enough space.
What are we gonna do?
Alright,
How
well,
much room do you need? And she opens up a ledger that she has. That's underneath the. What are you
tall
thinking?
ceiling.
The floor is yours, Blue Lady.
Well, the floor is ours if we buy it.
No, it's not. We don't have that kind of
Four.
money. 4 rooms.
No.
I'll bunk
no.
with Big Boy here.
Wait. She's talking about rooms or how many? No, she didn't say rooms.
Yeah, she did.
Did she?
Yeah. Better be careful. I steal the blanket.
3
Need like TVs.
rooms. 1 for me, 1 for the bird, and 2 for them.
I just sleep on the
Or
nightstand.
1 for them.
Right. So you're all not. This isn't like a group. You're not sleeping in the same room.
They are.
We can. That bird looks comfy. We can snuggle.
Well,
How tall are you?
real quick.
5'3".
How many beds are
You're
in the bed?
short.
So
I didn't
we
realize
tend
that
to
short.
have anywhere between 5 to 6 beds in a room at a time.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
We get a lot of traveling groups, and they,
Oh
my
so
gosh.
we understand that some people require a bit of privacy. So the inside the rooms, the beds are, it's not like, oh, this is massively spacious. The beds are kind of put together, but we understand, for yourself, Miss, that you might need some privacy from some of these.
Please.
No offense from a lot of men. So we could do. We could do a single room,
Is that
and then I have a room with 3 available. If you're willing to brave it, we could do a room of 4.
Room of
make
4.
it would make things a bit cheaper per day,
Room of
depending on how
4.
long you stay.
Room of 4.
Do you have
We'll
a big
only
enough
one.
bed?
For you, no, that's not happening.
Can I
We
get
don't
an
have a
extra
big enough
mattress?
bed for Gert. That's why I'm kind of relieved that he's leaving tomorrow.
I can put 2 mattresses together though.
I don't think that's a thing.
You probably could.
Oh, 2 cots together?
Yes, you could probably do that.
How much?
If you were to get just one room, it would be 4 gold a night that you were to stay.
Ugh.
Leave.
Yeah, you pay upon the following morning. And you could stay for as long as you wish.
I'm gonna. Understanding that she just said you can pay the following morning, I'm gonna give her full gold and ask her for a room. I'm gonna.
Well, the
Please
rooms have
give me a
multiple
room.
beds, don't they?
Yes, like
You'd be paying
there's-
for all of us
There
then,
should be
Gabe.
depending on the room that I can get, which it looks like I could get one that has 5, because you'll definitely need the extra.
Yeah.
Yep, then it'll have it'll have a wash bin. We have a source of hot water. You'll be fine. Gert, choke on that bread. Or tag it. Or tag it. Gert. Sorry.
Not Gert.
Poor guy.
5 beds, has hot water, wash tub, and
Hot
just
wa-
4
how do you
gold,
get
4 gold a
hot
day,
water?
depending on how long you stay.
May I
Water heater.
have?
You see a shield
Irrigation.
dwarf off to the side that's just started sleeping.
I heard of irrigation.
May I
heard
have
of heated
a room?
irrigation?
She takes the
Yeah.
gold and
No.
pockets
Not
it.
real.
Sun power.
Yes, let me.
magic.
Okay.
What's next, bro? You
Can you,
And she pulls out a
breathe
box.
fire?
And in that box, she goes and opens it and pulls out a series of
I
keys.
almost
One that
did.
has a little.
Wait a minute.
It's got like a little tag on it. She pulls that out, and then she goes ahead and hands that to you.
I'll get you next time. dude.
So this room's gonna be on the 3rd floor. You're going to go.
Oh.
Third floor.
Yes, 3rd
Alright.
floor.
This is a third floor.
I climb back on
Yes,
top of you.
3rd floor. And once you get up to the top,
Jerry.
you're gonna see that the kind of like hall, it's a singular long hallway. You guys will be at the far end on the left.
I'm gonna immediately head to the room.
Hey, we
Me
do
too.
not call
Yeah.
people demons in my tavern.
I'm,
Dirt is getting on my nerves.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna try and head to the room
At this point, you see some full-on brawlers broken out,
as quick as possible.
Yeah, I follow.
and you can see the people
Dirt's
they work to get
Yeah,
it
he's choking
resolved
on
quite
bread.
quickly.
What would you say?
They work to get it resolved quite quickly.
Oh.
So the fight starts, and it's like everyone gets crazy, and then people move into action. They give you the key, and you guys are free to kind of like back up and move upstairs.
Did I get my
Stuff.
turkey leg yet?
Yeah, the turkey leg came with the wine. Like,
Oh.
you've been chewing on it for a while.
Oh yeah.
But before
I chew on it like a
Nihilus,
dog.
It is
The
completely
bone
like
now.
you lick it clean and go, "Where's my turkey?"
before Nihilus gets inside the room, can I shut the door and lock it?
What?
Wait, by yourself?
Yeah.
No, I'm in there.
No, you're on it.
Sure.
Oh no, you're not on the shoulder.
I can
I'd
shoulder
like
hop,
to
dude.
spend 10 minutes
No.
like
to
Assassin's Creed.
unrobe my heavy armor.
You think you have 10 minutes?
With the door locked, you have as much time as I want.
Okay.
So as you guys walk upstairs, she goes ahead and opens the door and kind of like, hold on, closes the door, and you hear it.
And I hear that?
I'm gonna try to open it.
Hey,
And
what
you
the
can see it's
hell?
locked.
Can
And
I?
then you start to hear like,
Open
you start to hear like chain shirts, like the jiggling of it.
And an occasional.
I try and open the door.
It's locked. Yeah.
What's wrong with this damn door? And I'll try and barge it open.
Okay, make an athletics roll.
Whoa!
Oh.
Whoa! My
Whoa,
God!
hey, I'm still on top of you here, friend.
You're not?
Yes, I am. I climbed back on top of you to
Oh,
go up the
shit.
stairs. I didn't want to do the
You're
stairs.
gonna hit him. He's gonna
Yeah.
hit.
Does Nick have to roll an athletics check to
He's
see
about
if
to make a
he-
dexterity saving
I
throw.
got a 19.
A 19.
Oh,
Make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oh,
Damn.
Oh, shit.
You got it, dude.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, 16.
A 16. Okay, so you notice that he's gonna get ready. The fight begins downstairs.
Dude, can I just,
you know
like-
that he's gonna get ready to
I
like.
just want to hang
like
off
shoulder.
of his shoulders, dude.
No, like you have to like drop into his
Aw.
head so that he doesn't. You don't hit the top because the issue is you're gonna hit the
Yeah.
top of the
So I
door
want to
threshold.
be a cape.
I don't think you have that much with a 16 because your
Alright,
legs are in front of
I'll
it.
do it like an acrobatic, and I'll hang from him like a cape with my toes.
Wait, what?
like a
I-
fucking monkey?
I want to be. I don't know how you would do that. You have
Wait,
shoes
wait.
on.
It's a deck save. Come on,
Yeah, but
dude.
you don't have your open feet out. You can't like grip his shoulders with your shoes. So you
does.
drop down and you do. So you watch as the part of the door where the lock is busts open
Oh my God.
and breaks off the actual frame of the door. And you see he is in the midst of unclasping his armor and just like and you gotten like one grieve off.
The door was locked.
I thought this was a nice place. They have pretty shitty doors.
I'm gonna put my
Look, I
grieve
just
back
opened
on.
and the
Yeah.
lock's broken.
And then I'm going to ignore all of them and quietly mend the door back together.
Okay, so you watch as he walks up to the door, grabs the piece that was broken, puts it back into the space that it had broken from, grabs onto a holy symbol, which looks like a pair of hands that are bound with a red cord,
Hey.
and you watch a yellow divine energy that looks like a swirl of yellow and white that like they kind of mix amongst themselves, fuse into the wood, and it is completely repaired.
Are you a healer?
No, he's.
He healed the door.
Oh my gosh.
I can.
Can you heal other things?
Yes.
That
Guys,
doesn't mean that you can go breaking
You got our
everything. You
healer.
do not go breaking everything. It's not
you
how
got
it
our
works.
healer. It was already broken.
No, it wasn't. You broke it.
No, the door was jammed,
Right, no.
so I pushed it open.
Right now. You didn't even knock on the door to ask if he was in there.
Well, he just walked in. I thought it was open.
Gosh.
Come on, be reasonable here.
Be respectful here.
I am.
They're not. You broke the door.
Man,
Right now. One way or another, man, you gotta learn. Otherwise,
Whatever.
you're gonna get us in trouble.
I lean on a bed and I say,
I don't know
"Man,
how
my
you got
bone."
here. You got no tact.
You go and grab one of the other beds and pull it together so you have 2 beds.
I don't know what tact means.
Exactly. You must have survived through their sickness of scale.
I do have a lot of scales.
you do?
Exactly.
You a wizard?
Yeah.
You guys close the door behind you and find yourself secluded in this little room.
Nice.
You are in the Swinging Sword. You
I
see
stand.
out where the Helmet High Sun is, just across the road. There's a window up here that has a little table where you can write if you wanted. All the various beddings are here. There is a wash bin, so there's a whole area. There's like a half wall, basically. Or it's not a half wall in terms of height, but in terms of length across the room. And so there's an area with like a folding screen that's been put up. So you could pull that in, pull that out, so that you have a bit of privacy in that little corner where they put a wall. So there's privacy in the wash areas, but obviously they don't have like indoor plumbing in terms of like giving you a whole bath room. It's like a bath area. So there's a big old wooden tub.
But you said
It
there's
is
hot
very
water?
nice. There is hot water, so
What
there's
the
a hot water
fuck?
pump, and you just pump water into the wash bin, and you can drain it. There is a like a metal pan that kind of looks, I guess, like a urinal to some degree, and you would pour the water in there, and it just goes down to the side.
That doesn't help.
Right.
Why is it yellow?
No, it's not. It's not. And there is also a hearth in here. So the reason
What
why
is
there's
that?
multiple chimneys is because there is a fireplace in this room as well. So you can see the
Cool.
fireplace. The decor is very luxurious. So you guys have a very, very nice spot if you choose to rest here. You will be paying a little bit more per night to do so, but the bedding's comfy. It's soft. You'll have absolutely no issues in terms of staying here.
You're like 2 silver at night.
You'll
4
pay-
silver.
It's
Or
4
4
gold.
gold.
It's 4 gold a day. But you'll have a great time staying.
Alright, I can do 4 silver.
So, if you guys do choose to,
I already paid her.
If you need me to pitch in, I'll
if you guys do choose to stay at the Swinging Sword, you pay more. But each night that you sleep here, the following day you will have what I'm going to consider a well-rested boon.
Hey!
That
let's
boon
go.
is just going to allow you to have 1 inspiration. It's a bardic inspiration. So it's 1d6 that you can add to an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw for that day.
Okay.
If you stay here. If you
Is
stay at
that-
the Helmet High Sun, you pay less, no bonus, no buff. You pay less. So
So it was 1d6.
it'll be 1d6 that you can add, and you have to add it before you declare the total. So you can look at it after you've rolled and say, to yourself, I'm going to roll a 17. I don't think that's going to do it. I'm going to use that dice. Don't say, hey, does a 17 do it? No. Okay, I'm going to roll the dice. No. Before, not after.
I'm gonna drag one of the beds to the corner of the room.
They are in their own individual corners.
Oh.
Thanks to the little half wall, there are some that are angled on the same area, and those are the ones that he goes and pulls together, so he has a little bit of a bigger bedding space. But you guys, the beds aren't like stuck together, so they're quite spacious to give people a little bit of distance.
Can I be on a bed near a table?
Sure.
Because I want to take off my gauntlets.
Okay. Yeah. There's a bed near. We'll say the bed that's near the table that's by the window.
That's fine.
I'd like to. Is there like any wood to start the fire with, or is there?
There is wood in there, so it would just need a flame.
I'm going to. I'm going to. Do you have a fire starter, or
I do.
may I borrow it?
For what?
The fireplace.
Of course. And I'm gonna breathe fire into the fireplace.
Yeah. You watch as he walks up, and the fire goes on. It torches all of the little logs of fire, and then the flames shoot up into the chimney. And so it's like,
Oh my gosh.
That was quite impressive.
Thank you.
Badass.
Thank you.
Can you do that? How long can you breathe fire for?
A little bit. One turn or so.
That fourth
What's a turn?
few seconds.
3-ish.
Does he have dark vision?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Do you want to see what I can do?
I did see you heal the door.
I'm gonna touch him and give him dark vision for 300 feet.
Whoa!
With your
My clerical fucking...
clerical ability.
Does
Yeah.
it what does it look like? Because it's daytime.
The dimness of the room gets more clarity, and so he actually grabs onto your wrist, and you can see a feathered hand, kind of from, we'll say, from like the inside pit of the elbow, kind of traces a line down, and you feel the magical energy it almost feels like it's pulsating up your veins, and by the time you feel that little vibration of magic hit your skull, specifically where your eyes are, the room gets a little bit brighter because you realize the darks are not as dark. Like under the bed where you can see it, like the shadow of under the bed, that becomes a little bit easier to see. You can see the where things just would naturally have like a little bit, like the chair that the shadow casts on the wall, the dark gets less dark.
Whoa! I'm gonna start looking like under the beds.
Anybody?
This is so cool.
Goddamn.
It goes quite the distance.
Really? I'm gonna back up to like the corner of the room.
Yeah, and he's right, it goes some distance.
Oh my god. I want to see this in a dungeon. Or cave.
Your name was Ragnarok, right?
Ragnarok Chainbreaker.
Ozlek Painbearer. And I'm gonna
Chainbearer?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hand out.
You go for a handshake, and I'm gonna like grasp your thumb.
like my hand is so tiny, like your whole hand just fucking wraps around.
And then I bring you in.
Oh, okay.
Birdman.
Can I roll a charisma check to see if I reciprocate it well, or if it's like an awkward, like I wasn't ready and I don't know how to respond to that?
I'll let you choose. Do you want it to be
I'd
awkward?
like to roll for it.
I'll just let you choose. If you want to be awkward, let it be awkward. If you want it to be cool, let it be cool.
I want it to be up to chance.
Okay. Give it a roll.
And that one.
It is super awkward. In fact, like you step on his toe, you grab his arm in a weird way.
Ow yourself.
It's lit.
So uncomfortable. Like it's awkward. It's awkward.
Alright,
Respect.
we'll work on that one.
You
See me watching from above.
does he have any insignias,
yeah.
insignias
I
on
totally
him of like
forgot.
what group
You just feel
what
like a
group he's
backpack
in
now.
or whatever?
Yeah, he appears to be the agent sent from the Lord of the Lions.
What have you done for the Lord's Alliance?
Make me kill.
Terrible.
I'm good at breaking stuff. Doors,
Yeah, we know that.
glass,
God damn it.
any type of wood.
You know what,
I
Ragnar?
burn stuff.
What are you not good at?
I'm pretty much good at everything.
Exactly.
What do you not break?
Well, like really hard stuff, like really big rocks. Sometimes, like I can crack them, but I can't like break them.
Is there any kind of people you don't break, or do you break everyone?
Well, I try not to do it to everyone, but if they're being bad, I can turn their brain into mush.
Oh my gosh.
Give them the old swing.
You haven't considered other options.
What do you mean?
Maybe they just needed a conversation, or
How will that kill them?
I want to clip that one. Did I get the time?
It's
24? That was good.
How would that kill him?
God dang.
Jesus.
Well, with adventuring with me, I urge you to entertain the idea that maybe not everyone we meet you need to kill, even if they seem bad.
I'll try, I guess.
Well, not everyone does need to die, just the bad ones.
Exactly. Which is
Yeah, just the really
sometimes all of them. Janice likes to play
binary.
too.
Janice.
Yeah, who-
Janice, and I pull out my hammer and I drop it.
Oh.
And it's just koosh with a big clatter on the ground.
No. Ragnar, you can't
This is sweet baby Janice.
name your hammer, Ragnar.
Janice likes to hurt people.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't sound like it's Janice, it sounds like it's you.
I micromanage
That
Janice.
that hammer might as well be named Ragnar.
That's a big word.
Ragnar the hammer.
Chainbreaker.
No,
Hammer's a dumb last name.
you don't need to name your hammer.
I didn't. Janice named herself.
Who's Janice?
My mom.
Oh my god.
She's pretty, isn't she?
No.
Is it clean? Or is it
Yeah,
like,
it's clean. It's
Oh,
clean.
okay.
Don't look too long.
When did you get her?
She gets angsty.
When did you get her?
Me and Janice met a little while back. I'd say I've been with her for 3-4 years.
You take good care of her.
Yep. When I'm not mashing brains and knocking, kneecaps. I give her a whole bath. We snuggle.
Does it
You
hurt?
can't help but all of you image the fact that he may be sleeping tonight, cuddled up to his
That's
wall.
yeah.
All of you go.
100%.
Great. Okay. Mental note.
Love your weapon, love your fight.
I'm gonna sit by the fire quietly and just leave this conversation.
Okay.
Like, kind of cross-legged.
Pippin, did you want to talk about our mission?
Well,
Seemed pretty eager earlier.
I just meant more so about what the next steps are for all of us.
I don't know what to do.
We find the body.
Well, there was no body that I was aware of unless there is a body.
It's for sure hearing about a body.
No.
We're not finding a body?
No.
Well, I think all of our letters
No.
have something different. So do you?
It's the
be
first
careful-
he's hearing about
Yeah,
a
be
body.
careful what you say.
I don't care. I said that. You guys can do with that information as you will.
No, you're not mind tricking me, man. What it was.
I said that. My character
No,
said that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't hear about nobody. What I was
Body.
referring to was the moon elf Teresiel.
Terrestrial.
I'm looking for them too.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. And we're looking for him at the Abbey in Goldenfield.
Are there other names for you guys?
Well, no, that's
I'm looking for a Rundorf. Rundorf.
Rune.
Rundorf. Ruhundorf.
Okay.
It's a dwarf.
Okay.
And also Desenya.
And Descenia.
Norvale.
The moon elf.
No.
No, who's it?
Terrasil is the moon elf
Terrasil.
from Silvery Moon.
Yeah, you're right. Teresiel.
I know of a priest of the Tempest,
And how?
Ralvin. Oh,
Sorry. No, you go.
Ralvinder. Located here in Red Lodge.
Is that the map one?
In Red Lodge, well, we're here.
Yeah,
we
that's
can
my
maybe
map.
ask
Thank you very
questions.
much.
I also know of
Did you want to look at it?
an earned stout blade, a
This is the
Tetherian
That's
knight
the town. This is Red
who is
Larch
traveling the
surroundings.
region.
Do you know what Tetherian is?
Can I roll a?
Tetheria is a place. It's like a country.
It
So
is
Tetherians. It's just a type of human. Just says he's from Tetheria.
a
See
country.
where we're at?
Oh, what's their name?
We're in this.
Earned stout blade.
That was the poor one. This is
Earned
the rich
Stout
tavern.
Blade.
ERNED.
Like earned money.
With no A.
Oh. Earned.
Earned.
Stout blade?
Stout blade. A Tetherian knight. Not quite as solid as a cleric, but
And they're here?
knights can do. He is traveling the region. I'm not quite sure if he's in Red Larch or not.
How far is the place that lady's at? Abbey and Golden Fields. How far is that from where we are right now?
Golden Fields is not like in an area that's close by.
At all?
Yeah, it's not. It's not really close by.
Haven't we been to Golden Fields?
All right, let me double.
You
check.
guys have?
Let me double. check.
The last campaign we did.
So okay,
Maybe
so
a tree there?
it is in the Desert Valley, but it's on the southernmost edge. So it's not close by. You would need to travel either down the long
It has to
road.
go to the Abbey.
Yeah, you either need to travel
Red
the
Larch.
long road and travel across open plains,
Right,
or you would need to go down to
Golden Plains are over
Wamford
here
from the
somewhere.
Cairn Road
Right.
and then
Or Golden
travel
Fields.
across the river.
This is like the map of
Two
where
options.
we're gonna be.
I would like to do the
entirety.
former. But it's up to you guys.
Whoa. We're over here in Red Larch, so get our Red Larch stuff out of the way. I've got a couple of clothers I have to speak with.
Here in Red Larch right now?
Yes.
And then just remember, the agents aren't people that like you have to go find right away. These are people in the area that you can rely on to help you if you need it.
Okay.
So like if you find yourself in your Golden Fields, you know that who you get in contact with.
They'll
For those
see.
of the ones that are in Red Larch, probably a good idea to speak to those as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But if it's like someone else that's not here, you know, if it brings you in that area, go for it.
Worry about them later. Damn, bro, you can't don't let us miss any of them, though. If you have any of them you're
Oh.
excited for,
I'll do my best.
you know, nudge us in that direction.
I will do my best. I got it.
Hell yeah.
I got you. So, what would you guys like to do? You still have a full day ahead of you. Room is paid for.
Because
Weren't we next to the shrine?
You are. The
priest
all state
is
shrine is
present.
literally right here.
we need
There's
to
a
get
priest
those
like right next door, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, priest.
He's here? Next
No,
door?
he's not like here.
Is there...
But the All Faith Shrines is literally like right next to the tavern that you guys are staying at. So you guys can totally go and head there first. You guys can split up and head to different areas. I'm not concerned how you choose.
I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna look for that tiefling again.
Okay. Yeah, so you head downstairs and are able to see her. She is currently cleaning out
Yep.
a flagon that had previously been full
I
of ale.
have a question about this Terrasil lady, because it never
Terrasil.
actually explicitly states if this is like, are we trying to find her or rescue her?
Okay,
Bring
so
her back?
good question. So your responsibilities, if a name has been provided on your page, their location, and either their body or their rescue is needed. So if they're dead, they need
So
confirmation.
Terrestrial is the big one. Like we all have Terrestrial, right? Unless am I mistaken?
You all of your letters are uniquely different.
Yeah.
Some have similarities. So
Oh,
don't
that's
assume
right.
that someone else, that everyone else you're talking about.
So
if I've given you a name, that person, you want to see if that person is safe. You want to see if that person's
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I've given you things, you want to make sure those things are recovered and not damaged.
Okay. Okay.
All head to the temple.
Bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah.
Damn, you guys have to find...
okay, so I apologize. I know someone here. I could stop by Helena, or no, Halea.
As he's talking,
Halea, yeah.
say, like,
Halea.
are you
Halea.
discussing that with everyone?
Huh?
Are you
No. This Halea lady, she's here. in Red
No.
Larch.
What I'm saying, are you saying that to all of us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As he's saying that, I just ignore him and I go downstairs.
She's in. I'm gonna go to the boathouse.
Bathhouse.
It's the bathhouse.
It's a bathhouse.
Never mind, bro. I thought it was a boathouse.
No, bathhouse.
I want
I'm
to
gonna
switch into
stay-
casual
I'm gonna
clothing.
stay. I'm gonna stay with him.
Okay.
So like I have like You know that like classic like laced shirt?
Yeah.
And then I'll just throw on like some trousers.
I'll put my gauntlets back.
Yeah, I'm
on.
gonna stay with him and I do
Yeah.
the same thing as him.
Okay, so you switch into some
Fuck
more
a bathhouse,
casual
bro.
clothes.
Actually,
you got-
I'm not going
Let's go
to
bath.
the
That
tiefling.
sounds
like
I'm gonna
shit.
go back
No.
to
Yes.
Endrith.
We don't
Valvo?
need-
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are going together. You're going alone. You're going alone. So I need D20, D20 for initiative.
You got this, bro.
Alright.
I'm a mute.
Hey,
Oh,
hold your
gosh.
phone.
Did you even see it?
I did for a split second.
Damn.
It was 20. No, I was kidding.
Who'd you roll?
6.
6.
Wait, plus initiative, right?
Yes, initiative.
Oh, damn. 13.
14.
13.
An unnatural 0.
What?
He rolled,
You rolled a
nice.
1,
He
right?
rolled a 1. That's awesome. I love
Jesus
it. Okay,
Christ.
so
Crazy.
Um, we are going to start with you then, Ragnarok, and you are headed to where specifically?
No,
The
this guy
the clothers.
The Clothiers. Okay.
You getting a new fit? Surprised you didn't bring Minnie Macklemore with you, dude.
He did.
He did.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
going
you
together.
Yep.
We're the ones who are going.
Yep. So you're going to go see
I can't fucking
Helver and his wife. So you go to Helver Tarnlar Clothier, which is totally cool. And fun fact, Helver, so the Clothier is right across the road from the shrine. So you guys are actually going to be pretty close to each other. And then Valbo's all the way at the southern end of town, so you're going to be walking just like a brief hop skip, about a minute walk. So you walk into the Clothier,
Oh.
and
Wait, it's
oh no,
Yeah.
Nick's gonna hate you. You knocked
Nick's
it
gonna kill me.
over. It.
Wait.
I know.
Is it off? Pretty bad.
Major key.
I don't think it's
You
facing
can
you
see.
guys. I think it's facing the wall.
Yeah, it is kind of facing the wall.
I thought you just took a sip of my fucking cup. I was gonna say, you crazy.
God, I have some bad eyesight.
Yeah, he's off of it. So you're
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so you head over to the Clothier, and kind of walking over to. It is a square 2-story building. It stands at the intersection of the Long Road and the Cairn Road. And it has a signboard which is painted with the images of a well-dressed lord and lady, one on each side of the board. There's an ornate scroll work of iron bars that protect all the windows. You can see as you walk through the clothing, the boots, the accessories, everything that you see is quality clothing, fine clothing, good apparel, better apparel than you imagined being amongst more common, like,
Yeah.
town dress, right? So this is good. These are good clothes. These are sturdy. These will last. And then this is a good area to buy more fancy clothes. Granted, it's not hyper luxurious, right? It's a good, healthy range of very good quality to very good appearance. Helver is a Tetherian human who has this kind of air of gentility. So there is this natural, like aristocratic look to him. And his wife, Megla, is a Tarami human. So she's got an ebony skin. She's got these big earrings that have these like green stone baubles that match a green stone bauble that's in a clasp around her neck. And they're both very, very, very well dressed. He's taking you to the Clothiers, so you guys are seeing this is a really good, like fancy and good quality clothes shop. As you kind of walk in and walk up, you see the man, so Helver, kind of looks up and goes, "Oh, I didn't know that we were going to be blessed today with the showman."
I bow, but like theatrically.
Yeah, the good old bowl in the china shop, if you will.
Good.
That's not actually that,
Morning.
please.
What?
Like a bowl in a china shop.
Good luck. I've tried to wrangle him.
Thank you.
What's a
If you
china
were
shop?
smart, you'd kick him out right now.
Fine china. Fancy dishes.
Where would you find China?
You see.
Are you being serious right now?
No.
Ragnar, we should
I'm being Ragnarok.
we should probably go.
Chainbreaker, and I put my hand out. I'm from the Lord's Alliance. You are my allies.
Don't shout that out loud.
What? I have
Keep it down. We're going upstairs. Come on.
upstairs.
He goes,
Upstairs time.
Megla, sweet wife, I love you. I'm going to have a chat, a business chat. Hurry the fuck up. Go. And he's like pushing you guys
I
upstairs.
try to rush up the stairs.
Yeah, you guys rush up the stairs and he gets you into his study and he's like, listen,
Dude, I like
people in like
Running
towns, I don't know how often you're out and around, but people are not happy with the state of things, right? So you can't just be like, I'm a part of the Lord's Alliance, because then they are going to fucking rip you to shreds.
They can't rip me to shreds. You see how small those people are? I'm proud of my faction.
This wasn't a debate of pride. It was a debate. Don't worry about it. Okay. What do you need?
I just want to stop by. I'm supposed to check on you guys. Everything look good?
What the fuck?
I think.
What? What is happening?
Oh wait, I think
You're inspecting us?
I don't know.
I can assure you my business is up to code. Not that
Wait.
you would know that.
Look at my notes.
Do I need to show you my ledger and my books? I promise you, I run a clean business here, and I have for decades, which is why the Lord's Alliance first contracted me in the first place.
You know this guy?
Right. Yes.
And who's this little kid?
I'm not a little kid.
He's older than me. I'm 23. He's 32. Get it? You flip him.
Yes.
Well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
We're the duo.
I was gonna say something,
Right.
and then I did because he said something.
32-2-3, baby.
Are you like holding and reading your letter like while you're
Yeah.
like trying to?
Anyways, documents must be regained. You are agents.
Yes. Are you actively working?
Give
right
me
now?
a chance. It's hard to read.
We are.
I am, yes.
Oh,
For
we
the
are.
Lord's Alliance.
We're fucked. We are fucked. What is your job? What are you here to do?
I'm here to gain information, talk to people, kill some people if need be.
Talk to who? What information do you need?
You.
Okay, great. We're here. What information from me do you need?
It just says you guys are agents of the Lord's
Yes,
Alliance.
yes, and I'm glad that
It
they
says here you can help.
help with what?
All right.
Apparently, whatever this is happening.
I've got my fill of fun. What we need is we need to know if you know anyone by the name of Teresio or Teresio.
No, I haven't heard of her.
You've never heard of her.
How about
She's-
Rundorf?
Have you heard of a? No, not Rundorf.
Well, I'm gonna name them all.
All right.
Desenia.
No.
Okay. All right.
Nestra from Yarthar.
No.
The Water Baron?
That sounds familiar.
Okay.
Is it a water bear?
Water Baron.
What's the importance of these people? Who are they?
Well, Water Baron.
Water baron?
Okay, other than the Water
I don't
Baron,
know what that means.
this Rundorth, Terrestrial.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. Never Ember always gets these different
We're
words.
here.
It's hard to put together. Pippin, can you read this?
Can
I
I?
can't do it.
May I? Jesus Christ.
I underlined the names. It looks important.
He kind of like circles them in a way where like part of the name is scratched out through
Oh
the
my
circle, where like he circles through it.
Gosh, I should have read more in school.
What are you searching for?
Okay, I see. It looks here that he is searching for coded documents
Yes.
from the dwarf hold of Mirabar.
I said that. Documents.
Mirabar.
Yeah. You said documents.
Mirabar?
Mirabar, yes, from the dwarf hold of Mirabar. A delegation was sent from the dwarf hold of Mirabar. It says that you and Megla.
They are as good as dead if that is who you're looking for.
Ruth
Are
Dorf.
you, you're looking.
Mirabar.
You're looking for the Mirabar delegation that's gone missing over the past few
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Right on the nose.
I pray for their souls. I hope the gods favor them, because if you are their guardians, they are as good as dead.
You haven't seen me fight. Let's kick it down a notch, buddy.
Oh no.
Maybe I'm not old talk, but I'm definitely old hammer.
Okay, so the Mirabar delegation, I know roughly that of which you speak. Everyone in the Desmond Valley knows. Delegation was announced to have left Mirabar. They went south and arrived at Westbridge. That's when they first got into the Desmond Valley. Then they traveled southeast and went across the Stone Bridge and went to Beliard. Now, the reason why we know that they went to Beliard is because there was a priest of Lathander who arrived here about a 10-day ago.
In Red Larch?
Yes, in Red Larch, a priest that arrived here about a 10-day ago.
I didn't write down his name.
Who said that he left before them.
Wait, where
and
did
they haven't come in
where did the
from
delegation-
Beliard.
Okay, the delegation left from Miramar to Beliar.
No, do you listen?
Miramar. No, I was reading his document.
It is
I
in
was-
here.
Okay, can I get your full attention?
I'm not with him.
No, it is in here. So
They-
Westbridge to... I got it. We traveled from Westbridge to Belliard across the Stone Bridge, but were lost in the Slumber Hills.
The Sumber Hills.
Sumber Hills. That's what I said.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you're right. You're right, yeah.
So that's where we should start our search.
That's, yeah. We should talk to the priest first.
Okay, yeah, we should. Thank you. You've been helpful.
Have I?
Yeah.
You put the pieces together,
Yeah.
and I don't understand puzzles, so... We appreciate you.
Obviously.
Hey, you know what they say.
Priest. You're looking for Brother Earden.
Earden. Oh! I did write that down. Stout Blade.
No?
No? The Tetherian Knight.
No.
Oh.
Lathander Priest.
Oh. Oops.
So whoever you're talking about is a different person.
Lathander. His last name's Priest? It's a little. Is it oxymoron? Is that the right word?
Do you know what that word is?
Anyways, he arrived here 10 days ago and he hasn't left. So he confirmed to the people at the Helmet High Sun, but granted, I don't know if he's staying there.
Did he
But
say
that's
why-
how it picked up here that they haven't arrived. So
Is he not leaving until they show
I
up?
have no idea.
Okay.
But he traveled ahead of them, and they haven't been seen since they departed.
Huh. And he was the only one that traveled ahead?
Well, I mean, he's the only one. I mean, I'm sure there's other people that have traveled ahead, but I don't know if there's anyone that I could think of by name.
I was just curious if you'd heard any rumors about him or anything, you know.
It's a guy,
since you've been
right?
here.
Lathander? It's a
Because
guy.
a 10-day is
Yes,
a week,
yeah,
right?
the morning war.
How long is it?
10 days, a week is 10 days.
And I mean, you obviously would hear, you know, stuff, chit-chat around town. You haven't heard anyone talk about him since he's been here?
I mean, I specifically don't ask. I'm busy, operating a business. That was the best information that I had available. Now, you are free to ask around. It is somewhat to the talk of the town, but not a whole lot of information is fully known, other than that a large group of people who allegedly are important, seeing as they were sent from the Dwarf Holds, just get missing in the Sumber Hills. Now, I've heard as much as the next guy. The banditry has been quite an increase over the past few 10 days, especially south of Beliard, but I don't know.
A great cover, that's what
I mean,
that
they keep
is.
the Feathergale Knights quite preoccupied, would be a better way of saying it.
Alright. Well, I think I'm ready to get...
The contacts, they do work with the factions that we work with, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll go
I
find
don't
out.
know. I mean, if you
Um,
run,
Brother, you're
Both my
Well,
contacts, they're not both in Red Large, are they?
No, it'll tell you where they are.
I should have written them. Let me see. Maybe yours are.
Well, one is, because I figured, because it's a merchant here.
No, the other one is the Lord Protector of Triborg.
Okay,
You have to
that is a
Triborg
dumb
find
question.
out.
Not
I don't
Triborg.
need to talk to my contact, right?
You don't have to.
But you should.
Cool.
They are just available agents that can help you if you need help.
Now we
Information is power.
So, I mean, I guess you would probably be as beneficial to the Feathergale Knights as the rest, but I have no idea.
Feathergale?
Yes.
Like a feather.
Yes.
I think one of our allies is a part of that group.
There's a small night shift
He
in
serves
Summer
as a
Hills.
fine example as to why I didn't join the Lord of the
Ozleg's
Lions.
from Feathergale.
Huh?
Ozleg.
No, he's not.
He's a knight with feathers.
You're wrong.
What do you mean?
You're wrong.
Did you ask him?
No, I know.
You're very
No one
quick to
knows where
assume.
they are, where they're stationed, but there is a night ship in the midst of Summer Hills that try to ward off the beasts. They hunt monstrosities for the most part. Manticores,
Manticores.
things like that.
Oh, gosh.
Weaklings.
He's gonna have you talking all night.
Is there anything else I can do to help you both?
No, I think we've got enough. We've got all we need, really.
Do either of you
Thank
place
you.
a faith in any god in particular?
I like Bahamut, but I wouldn't say like I pray.
Okay. You might want to start, otherwise I'm sure this delegation is dead.
Pray for
They're
for
alive.
help? I don't think that'll do anything. Usually my hammer killing the bad guys does more.
Yet to each their own.
When people pray, usually I show up.
I won't put that.
Yo, Katray got two. Dude, Katray's coming out with bangers tonight, dude.
That's 151. Hey, 151. Pretty cool.
Alright.
Katray's the best
Okay.
one-liners.
So you guys leave the clothier, and we will go over to the Valavo shop. You head into Valavo's Sundries, is
So we
its
leave to get
specific
back on
name.
your head.
And then again, just with the way that Valavo Sundries is I said is twice. It is it looks like a private home. There's a small sign that is a faded sign that's on the front door that reads Valavo's Sundries. And the rooms as you enter in are crammed to the rafters with wares and all these different types. So
Oh my
basically, he's
gosh.
running an in-home store.
I know I had left at the merchant shop before, so
Yes.
I mean that means I'm well acquainted with him anyway, so I don't have to
Yes.
reintroduce myself to him.
No, yeah. So as you walk in, it's for the most part right now it's pretty quiet. So a lot of his early business has kind of calmed down. What you were able to initially get as Endrith is a kind of shy, scuttling little man who seems to employ an army of local children to help out with the store. So that's a lot of business too. Is there's a lot of kids that were helping out. It helps keep them watched while their families are busy. It gives them things to do that are
It's like a
productive.
daycare,
Yes, but work at the same
child
time.
labor.
Yeah, kind of, but in a fun way, you know?
Uh,
A fun and safe way.
Is there a phone?
What do they get
It's
paid
not
with?
labor if
Candy?
you love it.
A coin? Silver coin? Do you get paid
That's
that
a
much?
great question. That is a good question. You could ask that whenever you wanted. But you can see he, as you enter, and he sees you. Oh, yes, I am. Hello. Things have kind of calmed down a bit. Good to have you here. Tommy, can you go ahead and gather the rest of the lads and just make sure that everything's kind of swept up? I'm going to be a bit busy in my office for quite some time. If anyone comes in and asks for me, just go ahead and let them know that I'm quite a bit busy, and I will be with them momentarily. Come on into my office. We can close the door. Goes ahead and closes it behind you as you kind of walking. Goes, okay. I'm sure you have questions. I hope your travels have been well. We already got through all the bubble. Not gonna help.
Well. Also, I'm not gonna do Russian if that's okay. Russian's
Sure.
a little
for it.
tough.
Yeah, you're fine.
Do you know anything about the delegation that was sent from the Dwarven Halls of...
Yeah, part of it. Yep. Yeah. We heard quite a bit. Right. So, I'm sure we're all praying for him, hoping that they're not dead, but they didn't. They get lost, and they say about the Summer Hills, once you get lost, good luck. I do know that there was a. After the delegation had gone missing, I don't know if it has any relations, but it's the only connection that I can think of. There were a dozen old books that were written in a dwarvish script that showed up in a cargo of a keelboat skipper in Wamford.
And wait, where?
In Wamford. Yeah, there's a keelboat skipper. I don't know anything more specific other than that.
Did they say how many tomes were in there?
It was roughly about a dozen. I bought one, and he goes over and
Would you mind?
pulls it out of his
Yeah.
desk, and he displays a dwarvish tome. And the tome is this just kind of like historical chronology of the Desert Valley. So it just chronicles in dwarvish the history of the region. And you can tell if you were to... Do you know dwarvish? Yep, so it is book number 6.
Thank God.
It is a large compendium of different types of knowledge that are the research and studies of the sage Rulbenthar.
What was the name of the book?
Not worried about naming all 50 of these books, so
What was
it focuses on the chronology and
Uh-huh.
history of the Desert Valley.
By Sage who? Bruden?
You're not there.
Brudendar.
Yeah, and
I know, like how y'all are writing this
yeah,
shit
and
down.
he hands it over to you to look at it. I guess if it's important to what you're looking at, I'm sure you could have it. The keelboat
It
skipper,
is.
he's kind of like a
shit.
not like a shady trader, but you know, a
Oh.
little bit more of like a, oh hey, I found this and you want to buy it. But yeah, in Wamford is where I bought it. I don't know
So there should be 11 left?
if the rest haven't been sold off. You do run into the. I mean, I bought one, so I'm sure someone else bought one.
How long ago?
That was probably about a 10-day ago that I was out there.
What was that, like a week?
Yeah, a
Okay.
full. So a 10 day is literally a 10-day
It's the
week.
same time they went missing.
Yeah, 10-day week. I think they went missing 2 10 days ago.
2 10 days ago?
Yeah.
But you know nothing about... Because I know the delegation left. They're lost in the summer hills.
Yeah, there was
Hills.
a priest, the Morning Lord. I don't remember his name.
Is he here?
He should still be. Yeah, he arrived and when people started talking about it, he had mentioned that he had traveled ahead of them and that he was expecting them to arrive at one point and they hadn't. So, I mean, he'd probably have a good idea of maybe having last seen them. But I don't know anything else past that. So, well, actually, now that I think of it, the only other thing that I can think of that came up that was recent, and maybe it's not connected at all. I don't know. It's hard to say in the commercial world. There was an Omnian merchant that was heading north on the long road. He stopped in Thorsk Thelon's workshop for a wagon repair here, and his goods were marked by a strange symbol that I had never seen before. It looked like a bull.
And you said he was at the... You said stables?
At the wagon repair.
Oh,
Thorsk Thelon's workshop. Yeah, so these boxes, it looked like a bowl with like a line sticking out of it, and the bowl looked like it had little pegs. Yeah, I have never seen a symbol like that before. And according to Thorsk and I know each other really well, and he paid Thorsk pretty well for it, and talked about a big gathering of druids that he was heading to, hoping to sell kegs of beer and various trinkets.
Where were these druids located? Do you know?
I don't know. Thorsk didn't tell me that. I also didn't ask. He may have disclosed that information to Thorsk, but you need to go talk with him at the workshop.
Is he still here?
Yes, Thorsk is. I don't know about the merchant. I'm sure the merchant got up and left. If he's got places to be, most merchants can't really delay.
What was the name of your friend?
Thorsk
Thorsk.
Thelon.
That's probably someone's contact, dude. Maybe. Why are you smiling? Is it your contact?
No, it's not.
Darn it.
So wait, what does this guy sell again? Like if I were to
It's
try
just
to,
like sundries. So this is like a general goods store, but he
would
runs
he have
it
like
out
a
of
large
house.
bag?
A gum.
Yeah,
Because I mean, I want to carry
Yeah.
that book
yeah, he can give you a large bag
for free.
You got gum. Can we buy a Ragnar
Sure.
gum?
for the cause.
Gum.
For him.
Yeah, he goes ahead. It's like a shoulder bag that you can put the book in. And you
Okay.
can collect. I mean, it's not big enough for 50, but it'll be a good start for now.
If you come across any more books that look like this, just let me know.
Yes, I read the Dwarven script myself, so if I see anything with that name, Rodentha, I will do my best to purchase it. And then, where are you staying at?
Fuck, what was the name of that
The
tavern?
swinging sword.
Was it on the left side or the right side?
Left.
Left side?
2-story.
Swinging sword. No, 2 stories. The
Was it a
helm.
2-story?
2 is
Oh,
the helmet
3?
high sun.
You sure it's a 3?
3 stories.
Yeah, you're on
The
the 3rd
3
floor.
story, yeah.
Right, swinging sword. I will let the proprietor know of the swinging sword. Have you met her, by the way, the proprietor? Older lady, probably in like her 40s.
Tiefling?
No.
Then I have-
Kaylessa, she's a human.
Do you know also, one last thing, do you know anything about Roldendar? The historian that was on that trip?
Never heard. I have no idea. I haven't heard of him. So,
Okay.
but the name is important, allegedly, to you. So if I see anything according to it, I will make a note and I will let
Thank
you
you.
know. If a question, would you want me to leave you discreet letters, or should I find you and tell you in person?
Discreet.
Discreet. He begins to speak to you in thieves' cant.
Okay.
Are you able to understand a bit of what I'm saying to you right now?
I'll reply and things can, of course.
Perfect. If I have to speak to you in person, then I will go ahead and no one will be none the wiser. You guys are literally like, and the floor is the floor, and made of the wood that the floor is made of, like it's like
Yeah.
jumbled. It's like that Austin Power scene. It's like English. She shat on a turtle. So, okay.
Lollipop.
With this, the Sumber Hill, is it Sumber Hills?
Sumber Hills.
That's what I thought, okay.
Large hill range, yeah.
You don't know where the delegation got lost?
Not specifically.
I've been hearing about bandits.
There was a shepherd that arrived a bit ago. He's been spending a lot of time at the bathhouse.
What's his name?
Larman Greenboot, I think. He mentioned something about the Summer Hills. Kind of in passing.
And what was his name again?
Larman.
Larman, okay.
I don't know much else past that.
God damn it. We do have to go to the bathhouse.
Why you sound so upset?
'Cause I didn't want to go to the bathhouse, dude.
Kid doesn't like to take baths.
Stinky poo.
Call me kid one more time,
Poo
dude.
funny.
Start taking teeth while you sleep.
He's gonna fart on you.
Take baths.
If there's anything else, just
Ragnar
I'll let
fell
you know.
asleep.
I'll leave
Alright.
now.
Okay, you go ahead and leave, and then we'll switch over to Oslick. Yep.
I wanted to head to the. Because I know, hold on, the priest was. He knew about.
Take a trip.
What did he know about the priest?
He had seen them last.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because they were in Beliar together, and then he left ahead of them, and they haven't arrived in Red Larch. So he was surprised.
Okay, I'm gonna head to the priest then, first.
Okay, so that would be the All Faith
Yeah.
Shrine. So Oslick, you go ahead and enter the All Faith Shrine, and the All Faith Shrine is literally just right next to the tavern that you've been staying at. It's 2 wide wooden doors painted with the symbol of many different types of gods that stand open day and night. And inside, it's just a very plain chapel with a stone altar. You see priests that kind of shuttle in and out to pray to their different gods. There are those that are currently in a prayer vigil, those that are administering prayer rites over other people. And some of the most frequent combinations of priests that you can see, I'm not going to make you roll, but you can see Suna and Saluna, Timora and Lathander, and then Tempest and Ogma. And these are like typical combinations of deity faiths that you can see present. And you can see that the kind of like the priest that gives the impression of authority in this space, or responsibility, shepherding in this space, is a human priest. So he's kind of watching as people are walking around. He's got a symbol, a holy symbol attached to his robes that is the symbol of Tempest. And he is currently speaking with a female, another human, who is a devotee of Suna.
I'm going to walk up to the human.
Yeah, you walk up to the two of them, and he looks up and goes, "Greetings."
Hello there. I am in need of finding a person, but I've got a weird hunch you might be that.
And what gives you that hunch? If you do not mind me asking, my child.
Would your name happen to be Ralvander?
Close. Relvander.
Ralvander, apologies.
No worries. But yes, I am he. So it seems you are searching for me.
Indeed.
He looks in as this more of like Faerunian matters.
I believe so.
Well, I would not want to deprive you of my assistance. Let the Lord of Battles and the Foe Hammer strike you with truth today, my child. How can I help you?
Well, I'm looking for a person, or what was. I heard that we were transporting a knight of Samlar?
As you're like reading it, it's like, yes, Samular, yeah.
Samular.
Yeah, they're a paladin order here in the region.
And
You don't see
he
me
was
doing that.
lost along that way.
I'm not just
I was wondering if you knew anything about that, or...
I cannot say that I do. This is unfortunately news to me. May I pray to the Foe Hammer that if this paladin has fallen, that he has fallen with honor. If his body is to be interred, I would assume it'd be to Summit Hall, the south. And you were saying you were searching for this body.
Indeed.
Assuming then that that means that the body has not been found, or maybe it has been lost and needs to be recovered. Where do you think the body was last seen that could help me provide you wisdom and guidance in your search?
Well,
I know it helps with like the bottom of your,
there was a delegation between all of the four... Fuck, wait, what was the question?
Yes, where was the body? Like, why is the body being? Who's moving the body? Give him something that he can work with, where he can be like, oh, I know what you're gonna need to do. Saying the word delegation, he goes, oh, you must be searching. Got it. You'd actually want to speak with Brother Earden. He arrived roughly a 10-day ago, and Beliad, and he has been speaking to me, roughly, about this delegation from Mirabar, if I'm correct. We've been praying for them heavily as they have not arrived in Red Lodge. According to him, this was their next destination. They have not turned up.
His name was...
Brother Earden. I can find him. He's actually right down there. And he goes, give me just a moment.
One more question before
Sure.
you leave. Have you seen any new knights come into town, or
New Knights.
specifically Tetherian, or just knights in general? Tetherian.
Tetherian Knights. I can't say that I have. I would say that the Delmon Ranch has put out a notice quite a while ago that they're looking for security. So any wandering wayward knight may find a job at Delmon, keeping them safe. If you're looking for a knight, if I was traveling around looking for something to do, that's what I would do. Foehammer would bless me quite a bit.
Delmon's...
The ranch, Delmon Ranch.
Delmon Ranch.
Right.
I appreciate it, and...
Yeah, let me go get Brother Earden for you. And he kind of
Thank
pulls
you.
off and goes and grabs him. He brings over a priest of the Morning Lord, Lathander. And he goes, this was, sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Oslek.
Oslek.
Painbearer.
Painbearer. This is Painbearer Oslek of the Illuminati. And you see this man looks to you, and he's an acolyte in terms of like religion. So he's not like a cleric. He's a little bit more just like your typical priest and like priestly attire of the Morning Lord. I am Dawnbringer, Brother Earden. I noticed that you were inquiring about the delegation from Mirabar. I had seen them, so I can't give you a whole bunch of information, but what I can, I hope would help. We were in Beliad about 10 days ago, and I had left a full 10 day before they had departed, and we both traveled south from Belaya to head here through the Somber Hills to get to the road that we would then take west to head to Red Lodge, as Belaya is just northeast of us. I haven't seen them. They haven't arrived. I left well ahead of them, and it seems to me that people in Belaya are saying that they have left, that they're not there. I gave descriptions of, the dwarves that I saw, the few dwarves that were there, the elves. They're gone. They've left, but they haven't arrived.
They never made it. They never made it to Red Lodge.
They never made it. No, they had quite a bit of stuff with them.
Oh no, it's fine.
How many
It's fine.
traveling companions were
I
there?
would say in total is probably a group of like 10, 15.
That's a lot of
Around
people
there. There's a couple
to
of people.
disappear.
Yes, that's why we're kind of all concerned. We've been hearing reports, rumors of kind of banditry being risen, but that's a sizable group for your typical roadside bandits to go after.
When did you arrive back?
I arrived here about a full 10 day ago.
So they should
And
be
they
arriving
should
now.
have been arriving roughly about now. But they're not. They roughly, give and take, maybe like 3-4 days.
Did anything seem off or suspicious about the group at all?
I gotta retcon something because I messed up in terms of dates. They'd been missing for roughly 2 full 10 days. So Brother Eardon's been here for about 3.
Okay, so they've
the
been missing
information
for
he
2
provides you
extra
is that
weeks.
he left about a full month ago. Showed up about 10 days ago.
So they should have
been
here
10 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
They should have been here 10 days
Two
ago.
full
Do we
10
know
days,
that?
20
Like,
days.
just like all of us
That's
know?
all the information, yeah, for you
Okay.
guys. So just to correct me because I made a mistake.
So they haven't arrived for 2 weeks.
2 full 10 days, yeah. They've been.
Did everything seem normal about the group, or
The road was safe when I traveled it.
Dude.
They did not seem to be as if they were concerned.
Oh, what
There
I'm
wasn't a
Just the book.
level of fear. They weren't worried.
And I did
and
cursive and I put
they
it
were
just in
resting
print.
in
It's
the
just
live
easier
for a
me to
while.
fucking read.
Yeah.
I tried to like spell it.
And they weren't in a
Confusing as things
rush.
cursive, and I'm like, I can't read this.
So that's all I know.
one more question?
Sure.
Have you seen any Tetherian knights around recently?
I did see a Tetherian. We see a lot of them. They kind of travel around. A Tetherian knight specifically, there was a wandering sellsword that I believe went to Delmon Ranch. We actually met him, Belaya. You're gonna have to forgive me. I didn't get his name, but we were talking over drinks, kind of loosely, and he mentioned that he had just got a job at Delmon Ranch. Do you, by chance, have a map? I could kind of point it out where the ranch is for you.
I do, and then
It's northeast of Belaya.
I'll pull out my map.
If you go ahead and give me your map, I will mark it on that map for you.
Which one? Is this all of our maps?
Yeah.
I feel bad if I'm hogging them. My bad.
Well, yeah, you guys don't have, like, you have the maps. No one else got maps. I'm just gonna mark
You're
it.
the map
And I'm not, no, I don't need that map. I need the map of
There's
the
3
region.
right there.
I need the map, the bigger map. This,
I know where the ranch is. Let me mark it on your map.
I thought Delman
Fuck, I
Ranch
was gonna
was
say that. Have you seen that clip where like the dude looks like fucking President Garvey?
Yep.
I'll mark it on your map.
I marked it as DR for Delmon Ranch.
Hell yeah, thank you.
But that is all that I have, and I'm sorry there's not much more I can give you. As you're getting ready to head out, you actually notice that Nihilus is walking through the doors, and you can see that he is walking out. And you guys kind of briefly run into each other.
You went to the.
Priest.
Wait, we did too.
No, he just went to the priest.
Oh, we didn't?
Yeah, she is going to the
I
priest.
thought that's where we were going.
No.
No, you guys went to talk to the clothier.
No, like.
No, we're
after.
saying next.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys also want to talk to the
Yeah,
priest?
they were
So
supposed
then
to be
you
here
all
first.
show up as he's leaving. And you see the whole group. So the whole group is kind of right outside the All Faith Shrine. And you've just finished talking to the temple.
Did I take that long?
No, actually, the people we were talking to brought up that priest that you were talking about, the Thander.
That's not a priest I was talking about.
Just kidding.
Can I walk up to Irden?
Yeah.
Who the hell is the Thander?
Yeah, you find he's the only priest of Lathander in the room, so he's easy to find. And he looks up and goes, hello, daughter, how can I help you?
Do I know that he had left before the delegation or no?
Not specifically.
No, Irden.
Well, no, Endrith just told you this, yeah.
Who the hell was that?
You know that he left before.
Would I know that it was Irden though?
Yes, the priest of Lathander, because Endrith
okay.
told you that the priest of Lathander left before.
Okay. Okay. I heard you had left before the delegation. They should have.
Are you working, perhaps, with a giant Aarakocra, Black Feather, faith in the broken god?
Who's asking?
I'm asking.
Whoops.
Oh, you mean that guy right there?
Yeah, right.
He just left like a second ago.
Fucking.
Then I'll meet up with him.
Yeah,
armor
if you're working together, I just talked with him about it, so
no,
you
I
should
have
have
everything.
everything.
I'll discuss it with him.
I was,
Yes,
but then
if-
you bursted down the
just
door,
really
so
not
I
much
put
more
my
I can add
armor
to what I
back
told
on.
him, so feel free to get to
Yeah.
pull the information.
So when he
it
says
would've
that,
taken
I'm
10
just gonna
minutes
go.
for
I'm
me
gonna
to
just go
disrobe.
to.
I was gonna make you guys wait out
the
there for
bathhouse.
10 minutes while I took my
Well,
armor
oh
off.
no, I forgot that I have to go to the bathhouse. No, I'm actually gonna go to the wagon repair
Right?
shop.
Okay. The workshop.
So that's where I'm heading to next, in case if you guys want to
Yeah.
talk to Irden or something.
Wagon repair, bros.
Yeah.
Yes, so you are heading over to not Welvers. Wrong one. Thelorn's Safe Journey is the name. Yeah, so Thelorn's Safe Journey is number 5 on your big old map of Red Larch. And when you arrive there, you notice it is 3 huge sheds that stand in a triangle surrounded by sturdy wooden wagons at all stages of assembly. The first is a workshop full of busy woodworkers, the second is a storage area for parts such as wheels and axles, and the third houses a dozen finished wagons for sale. The foremost wagon maker in this region, Thelorn's, is now run by, you can see, 2 very younger gentlemen, so allegedly either his sons or his grandsons, depending on whether or not you, depending upon, when he had kids. And it is very busy in terms of they're constantly working on stuff. They have a motto that is fixed to the warehouse that has, like, where they're working on wagons, that says dozen spare wagons in stock, ready to go.
Okay. I'm gonna look for. So is Thorsk over there?
If you want to make a perception check, I can
Yeah.
see if you find someone that might fit the idea of who that could be.
Sure. Perception. 5.
5. You can't spot out anyone that gives the impression of, like, specifically, but you do see the 2 younger men that look like they're in charge, as well as a burly human male who seems to be kind of walking around and, like, supervising people, but he's not getting involved. He's watching.
I'll go up to him then.
Okay, you walk up to him. Bald head, big burly mustache, portly guy, a bit older. So he walks in like, "Hey, how can I help you?"
Are you Thorsk?
You're still aren't in the flesh. Pleasure to meet you, lass.
Pleasure. I'm a friend of Endrith.
Oliver, what a guy. You still got those kids working over there.
Plenty.
And I wish I could get kids to do half the job that I pay these sods to do.
It might be a
It'd be
little
cheaper.
tough for them.
It would be very tough for them. They would need to be shown how to do it. I'd have to watch them. I'd have to do it with them. Showed my grandsons how to do it. He points to the 2 younger men, but I can't have kids doing this job. They'd hurt themselves. But man, it would be nice. What a lucky guy. So, he sent you my way. You got a wagon I need to fix up for you.
No, but I actually had a question about
What?
an merchant, Omnia, perhaps.
I may know that which you speak.
Onomatopoeia?
No.
Omnian. From the country of Om.
Oh.
He had cargo with strange sigil with a bull on it. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, Thorst looks to you and
I had sold him a couple books and I regret it. I was wondering maybe if you might know where he is, so I can at least repurchase them.
no. Make a charisma check. Make deception roll. Sorry, make a deception roll.
Alright.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
15.
15. He was traveling to bring goods of whatever sort I did not ask to the druids of the Scarlet Moon Hall. And he was hoping to help them with a ceremony they have planned.
Ah, that's suspicious.
So,
And so it was the Scarlet's Moon Hall?
Scarlet Moon Hall.
Oh.
He told me that all of his goods was ale, food, things like that. Feast, helping them provide supplies and things like that to help them with their celebration. But I don't poke too much into my clients.
15 humanoids to sacrifice. I mean,
If the druids were sacrificing, and it's not a whole lot of darker druidic groups around the world that are well known of.
that'd be cool if we faced an evil druidic group.
That would be pretty dope.
Wait, so the Scarlet Moon Hall where is that actually?
I actually could. Do you have a map by chance?
I do.
I can show you.
We got 2 checkpoints now. We got the Dominican
Oh,
Republic.
oops.
Dominican Republic, the Delmon Red.
Yeah, there we go.
We are. Can I get also the other one? Yeah, right. I wrote SMH.
Shake my head.
Yeah. For Scarlet Moon Hall on both.
Via. Oh.
That is
Weird.
about as much as I know about it.
And he wasn't selling any books.
There's not anything here.
You know what that sigil was?
I haven't seen it before in my life. I'm not gonna lie.
Strange, wasn't it? At least
strange,
what I've
strange
heard.
because it's unnatural, but I mean it didn't rub me the wrong way. You see a lot of like smaller coster shops. Like I think there's one that just opened up recently in the Fandolin, the Lion Shield coster that opened up a branch out there. So something like you see things that you haven't seen in the region because they're like up north or they're down south.
Mm-hmm.
That's typical. So it didn't rub me the wrong way.
Okay.
It's not like a picture of a flayed person like that. I would look at that and be like, there's something up about that box. But it was like a weird little roll thing. I don't know. Thought nothing of it. So I hope that was helpful enough.
I appreciate it.
I'm sorry about your books, and probably
Thank
want to not sell stuff that you not fully sell on.
Right.
How'd you do that?
But you should.
So after
You
that,
enjoy the rest of your day, lads.
you too. I'm gonna now. I mean, I'll obviously it's gonna be their turn, but I'll be heading towards the bathhouse.
Okay. Go to the bathhouse.
Sorry, Kutre was making a woodpecker noise.
No, wasn't it like the predator?
I was trying to
my
copy
God, yeah, you guys are over here like terrorizing the citizenry with predator sounds.
Look at its woodpecker noise. It's so accurate.
What is
Make the tray.
Wait.
No, I have woodpeckers that bang up against this, and it sounds.
It sounds like the predator.
Yeah, it sounds like they're slamming themselves
sound
into
like
my
the
wall.
Yours is peaceful, man.
The bathhouse. The bathhouse. The monster mash. The monster mash.
The monster.
Let's go to the bathhouse.
Ahaha.
It is a graveyard.
What is
you know
this?
That dude who voices Optimus Prime also made
Oh, what the fuck?
Predator noise.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
That's
I'm
Because he was thinking of different growls.
What?
'cause- and then,
What?
then
not.
Okay, so
yeah.
the bathhouse. There is a bathhouse and a dress shop that is in a very large, well-appointed home. It is number 15 on your map of Red Larch.
Your map.
There are half barrels that are planted with aromatic herbs and flowers that flank
I don't
the
have to
entrance.
change, right? I can just
You
stay
do not have
when
to
I'm
change.
thing.
No. And the windows are decorated with flowers filled with. The windows are decorated with flower-filled window
You
boxes.
said 15?
Yes, number 15. The inside is a tidy room that functions as a dressmaker shop and a fitting room, and beyond 2 sets of doors are bathing chambers that emanate very pleasant smells and a warm dampness. You see that the woman who operates this bathhouse, Halia Hanadrim.
What was her name?
Halia
I
Hanadrim,
thought she said Aaliyah.
who walks up and kind
It's
of
the
goes.
two cancers in the fucking office combined.
What'd you say?
We used to work with someone named Haley and Aaliyah, and they're both their names combined.
That is fair. Walks up and says,
What kind of
"Hello,
pity laugh
can
was
I-
that?
Do you need? What are we looking for? Dress? Time in the bathhouse?
Time in the bathhouse.
You're not
That's
here.
why we're all here. I am there, yeah. I just.
What?
Yeah. I was following you.
Would I have known that?
That is a good question.
Because you
Stealth roll.
would have followed me. You would have followed me
Make-
from.
Make a stealth roll.
Nice.
Because you would have followed me from the little the priest area
10.
to the.
10. You see him. Your past perception's above a 10.
So I just ignored his ass then.
Yeah, you're just like, he's following me. Okay. It's like, it's kind of like.
I heard bathhouse.
He's kind of like a
That's
stray
following
duck. You're like, I don't need to worry about that duck, but if that duck doesn't hurt me, then we'll be fine. It won't cause no problems with the duck. If that duck comes up,
Fine, I'm
Okay.
gonna turn on to you because I'm gonna talk to the shepherd. I haven't told the lady yet, but
Right.
This is why you don't do fentanyl, kids.
you can look around, but don't talk to anybody.
I can talk to who I want, okay?
You're gonna talk
Don't
to
be
me
rude to me.
and me only here, unless you need to talk to somebody here.
Where's Pippin at?
Not here,
He's
because you were following
in
me.
the alleyway.
Where did you leave him?
He's on guard
Where did he leave him? At the priest?
at the bar.
You left him with the priest?
no. I want nothing to be said. No.
Good thing Kath a lot of
No.
Is it
No.
Anyways.
No. No.
We find him in the confession booth.
No.
Just
I said no.
stay close. Don't say anything.
Alright.
I'm gonna turn back around to the lady.
Yeah.
We're looking,
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
looking for a shepherd.
A shepherd.
No.
Okay.
Shut up. We wish
This is a bathhouse.
I understand.
No.
Can we take
I
a
understand
bath?
that. I just needed.
When's the last time you bathed?
That's a great question.
That's
He
a
comes
weird-
up and smells you, gives you a sniff. He goes, "Oh, you smell like you haven't bathed in a while."
I do? Can I get a bath?
Why, yes.
Okay, yeah.
For 20 gold.
What? You're getting bamboozled right
I'm
now.
kidding. It's a 5 gold service. It's just a bathhouse. You walk in. It's like a sauna.
They better fucking
Okay,
bathe
so-
you themselves
It's,
for
no, it's,
5
it's,
gold.
bath, it's like a sauna. It's not like
So
you
where
bath.
would this shepherd be?
What shepherd?
Yeah.
There was one.
In the bathhouse.
You'll have to help.
Help.
Refresh my memory. I have a lot of people that come in and out.
She wants me to fucking pay her?
It's in the bathhouse, yeah.
I think they're referred to as silver foxes, not shepherds.
No, he didn't. He didn't tell me a name, huh? He just told me there was a
He
shepherd
did
there.
give you a name.
What was the name?
Larman Greenboot.
Oh, right.
It's a weird name, but he did give you that.
Larman
Imagine
Green
you find a
Booth?
dude butt ass naked hurting
Is it
a
Green
a
Booth?
thing of sheep in the fucking bathhouse.
What was his last name?
There's the
Yeah,
shepherd.
What was his last name? Green what?
Greenboot.
Boot. Oh.
Boat.
But
I'm looking for Larman Greenboot.
Oh, that name I know. He's not here. He's
Where?
left.
He's in the bath.
And when did he leave?
Quite a while. I mean, I don't know specifically, but quite a while ago.
How long is quite a while?
Quite a while. Several days.
Do you know where he was headed?
I don't know where he was headed at all. No, I don't really ask where people are going. That's not my job.
Did
You
he
want
stay-
to learn
did
that?
he-
Go to a tavern. He was a
Thanks.
talker.
And And
Kept rambling about some story about unmarked graves in the Sumber Hills.
Somber Hills.
Unmarked
Probably go
graves.
shut up.
Unmarked graves means
Who knows?
no
Yeah.
consequences for grave digging.
He used, well, not for you. He used to spend time around
True.
Galeker's store. So if you go to Galeker, maybe you'll find him. But he hasn't been here in a while. So I have no clue. Now, do you still need that bath?
Well.
No, he doesn't. I'm gonna pull him and we're gonna walk out.
I smell bad.
You actually realize after smelling yourself outside, you don't really smell that bad. You just smell bad in comparison to the really good stuff. It's a trap.
Do I have soap?
Yeah, sure. It's
Yes.
it's at the tavern.
Can I rub a bar of soap on myself? Oh, it's in the
It's
tavern?
in the tavern. You guys have it in your
I'll have to
room.
wait.
Do you have scales?
Yeah.
Can you
And
take
where
them
did
off?
Gale
Like
Curse.
peel one?
Do you hate the way skin feels
Yeah,
on
it's
your
a
body?
it's a tools goods shop and a
Take it
barber,
off.
and kind of like an unofficial second
It's like that
tavern
one peeling.
for some more of the locals, where a lot of the locals can go to drink, not the traveling
Have
people.
fun.
And it is number 17 on your map, and you are able to walk through and find the person who is the shopkeeper and the barber, who's actually in the middle of giving someone a shave, an older gentleman a shave.
Alright.
And he's like, I can help you soon, but I don't think there's a lot of shaving I'm going to do for you. And starts shaving the neck. The guy's head's up. He's like, oh, don't nick too tight.
Is he almost done?
He's in the midst of shaving. It's going to be quite a bit of a shave, but
I can
Barber's
interrupt.
good at shaving and talking.
Okay. I heard Larman Greenboot stops by here, or stopped by. Wondering if you knew him.
He grabs his shaving scalpel and kind of closes it. I haven't really seen your face around here that much. Who's asking?
A friend.
Did you bring Big Boy with you?
He is with me.
Is this your friend?
Yes.
Why did you need to find Green Boot?
We were worried about him.
Make a deception roll.
But that's true, though.
No.
I wasn't.
Oh, shit.
No one's generally worried about him.
Damn. Well, I care for people.
Sure.
I'm a good guy. That's a 14.
Why are you worried about him?
We've been looking everywhere for him. My friend really wants to find him.
For what purpose?
He may know something about the group that was lost in the Sumber Hills. We're
Oh,
looking.
he's gonna love you guys. Green Boot!
Oh, he's here!
Yeah, he's in here.
Thank
And a guy walks out from one of the other corners of the room and
Does he
makes
have
his way
green boots
over.
on?
Yeah, right.
He does not have green boots on.
Oh.
It confuses you.
Fucking liar.
Yeah. And he goes on to tell you a story, for the sake of brevity and for time. He goes on and lets you know the story of a series of unmarked graves that are located within the Summer Hills. That he noticed on his travels coming here from Beliard. He is willing, if you need, of kind of marking down where he remembers them being.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna kill him after. I mean, what?
How many?
Yeah, that's.
It is four.
He found four.
Four unmarked graves.
How do you find an unmarked grave?
Just see like,
Because the grave doesn't have a name.
But
so you find
can see that
graves,
something
but
was
they're
buried.
unmarked, so
Yeah.
that he doesn't know who they're for. So it could be like people fall in battle, banditry happens, and someone died there, and they thought to bury him.
It's kind of unrespectful for an enemy to do that.
Yeah.
Here,
I just need that map.
Yes, okay, here you
Who would it be me?
Actually, I could use the other map.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Let me see it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, here you go.
No, I don't need that one.
Alright.
Not good enough.
God, I was trying to grab that shit.
Okay, I am labeling it UG for unmarked. UG for unmarked graves.
UG.
Ugh. Like, I'm just gonna tell him, thanks for the story. Green boot.
Thanks.
Where
Gee,
I'm gonna
thanks.
call him Yellow Boot. No, I'm just kidding.
Can we flip that real quick? Flip the notebook. Thank you.
And that's all he told me?
Yeah, pretty good.
That's fine. Alright, well, I guess I know there's a couple places I need to go now. So I'm all set.
Somber Hills.
You have some pretty decent leads on where to start trying to investigate into the Summer Hills. Maybe figure out what's going on.
Dragons.
So
Dragon.
yeah, this is gonna be interesting. We'll figure out where you guys are gonna go first. So you guys have the week before we pick up next week to kind of decide amongst yourself. So you guys can figure out what pathway you want to go, how you want to go about your like listening. What a dick. He's gonna get something next week. Yeah, he's gonna get something from me.
No.
Yeah, he says that.
Spanking, dude.
All the enemies just
Live
targeted.
streams.
You will
I fucking
let
spat
me know.
on myself.
Let me know what you guys want to
But
do.
it has to be
and we'll figure
how
out
old
from
he
there.
is.
Can't kill
What
it,
he
though, man.
does.
Aye.
All right.
30.
Without further ado, that'll go ahead and conclude it tonight here at the Couch Cooperative. We'll go ahead and see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for another great start to our full-length campaign. We'll see you around. Have fun. Go ahead and follow the channel, subscribe, leave a comment, do all the fun stuff. And yeah, we'll see you around. Thank you so much.
Adios.
Have a good night.